Yes, my people, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I wholeheartedly offer whatever suits your time zone. Please do accept. I hope you're eating blue, sleeping blue, waking up blue, and living the blue life. Good morning, all. Happy to see you. Let's get into it straight away. It's going to be a lot more about Enzo, because we don't know whether the club are actually looking at any other person. And if you're in the chat, if you can hear me, let me know whether the sound is okay or not, or whether I need to fix anything. I hate to irritate you whenever the static stuff starts happening. But more importantly, let's take a look at who we have in the chart already. We had, by the way, we had an excellent show last evening, and we'll do an evening show today again. But the timing cannot be specific due to my, again, all the stuff that I have to take care of. Yeah. Blue morning, Kachila Panel and Chat, says the captain of the house. Blue morning to you too. I hope you're doing well. Damien says, yes, please like and subscribe when you enter if you have not, as it helps the channel grow and reach a wider audience. Yes, people, we're 37 likes already. Let's try to get it to 50 at least as soon as possible so that we can get to 100 quicker. Hello, everyone. Again, Asma, I hope you're doing well. Today is that day that Enzo comes to Chelsea Football Club. Thank you so much for saying that. I want to see that happen. That will make my day, and I hope it happens. And here we have a greetings, bro, and happy weekend, and happy new week, so to speak. Happy new week to you too. Feel awesome, and I hope you're doing well. We will secure Enzo's deal today. I hope it happens because we've been there. Again, the PTSD, how many occasions since the summer transfer window where we're here, it's done and dusted. All that is left is just for the player to put pen to paper or on the dotted line, whatever phrase you prefer. And then boom, next thing we hear, yeah, it fell through. But I hope this is different. Greetings from Namibia, true Chelsea fans. Shipanga Martin, nice to see you. I know you were here during the evening show yesterday, so welcome back, bro. Again, thank you so much. And if you're enjoying the show, please kindly share with other people who'd enjoy such, again, interactive show. Hello, Blue family. Don Fresh. Hello to you too. Official Chelsea sign Enzo, not Boehly. Again, yeah, Boehly Julius, not yet. Except if you've heard something that we haven't heard, please do let us know. Right now, I am waiting to hear about Enzo Fernandez. Here we go. One thing I can say, just stay calm. Todd Boehly is in the kitchen, and believe me, the meal will be ready, and it will be ready as soon as we need it. If that makes any sort of sense to you. Top of the morning, people. Stefano Austin, nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. You start again. Kwanuka Godfrey, I hope you're doing well. Why can't you start? Yeah, it's usually I start getting ready for this show 2:20 a.m. That's usually when my alarm starts blaring, and then I'll wake up and then I'll make coffee and I'll test the system, the seats, make sure it's working. Sometimes even after testing it, I still find a problem. So it's usually difficult. I have to wake up properly to myself, if that makes sense to you. Let's see again. What do we see? I heard this news. Chelsea are willing to wait until the summer to sign Fernandez, but UEFA are set to close, a loophole that Chelsea have capitalized on in terms of how much we're spending and not getting into trouble with FFP and all that. Yeah, so we may as well just get it done this window and move on from it. Morning, have we sent Bobby to Portugal to get live updates today? He may well be there. Bobby was excellent yesterday during the evening show. Helped us understand a lot of what's going on behind the scenes. And yeah, took time to listen to trusted sources and then broke it down for us. That was excellent. Who is better, Enzo or Caicedo? I wouldn't go into who's better because they're two different profile of players. You could say again, and I think that notion actually may well not be correct. Enzo is a good tackler, and I think he emerged as one of the best tacklers last season or at the World Cup. I'm not sure, but I just don't want to pull information from my wazoo and throw it at you. But I'm not going to do that now. They're two good players, but you could say offensively, that's one point that's clear. Enzo offers more than Caicedo will. But eye test may well just make you believe that defensively that Caicedo can offer more. But I'm not going to say that with certainty until I do a research. Leonardo Martin Ascoda says again, holla, this is another language. If you understand what this brother is saying, please can you help me interpret it? But just hello to you. If you can see my hands, I'm saying hello to you, Leonardo. Thanks for joining the show. John Carter, I hope Enzo stays in Benfica. Okay, you must be a Benfica fan. Let me see anything else to read here. Oh my goodness, I can't. Somebody help me if you can understand what that brother is typing. It would be good. Thank you so much for confirming that, Liam Lane. Okay, he's saying that he's from Argentina. Okay, welcome, welcome. I know you'll become a Chelsea fan if we eventually sign Enzo, and you're probably praying for us to sign him because he's joining a bigger and a better club, more chances to win stuff. So yeah, I'm guessing you're saying you're from Argentina. Welcome, feel at home. I don't know. Maybe I'll turn on live caption so that the live caption will try to translate to the language you understand. I think that's something I would do. Sorry, guys, I'll be distracted quite a lot because I'm looking at the update screen to see if anything has changed. Um, from my brotherly, again, if you are using an iOS device, again, there's a heart icon to the right hand side and at the very bottom. If you can see it again, if you click on it, a small pop-up window will show up, and you'll have other icons. You'll have the 100% icon. You'll have something like the flower icon and other emojis. Choose the one you like, and you'll see them floating on the screen if you start clicking on them. Thank you so much for saying that, Lamlin. Yes, keep liking the stream. We're at 51 likes already. Let's try and get it to 100 likes as soon as possible. And let's see if we break a record today. During the evening show, we definitely broke a record for streams. We got to 387 likes, and that's not easy. So thank you, guys. You're the reason why we're growing. And right now, just to update you, we're at 9,340 subscribers. So yeah, a few more. I know we can get there by the time the transfer with the shots. Only if you keep doing what, again, liking the stream. Let's get it to 10,000, the community to 10,000 as soon as possible. Big up, everyone. The Prince is here. Big up the Prince. I hope you're doing well, brother. Yes, keep liking. Please, I need to ask, have Chelsea signed him now or not? What we're here, we'll get to the updates in a bit. We'll follow a timeline. Enzo Fernandez, masterpass. The guy is excellent. We looked at his statistics yesterday. Oh my word! And I think thank you to that brother that suggested we do. I think he's an exceptional player, really. Big up Kuchila and the chat, Chelsea all the way. Big up, bro. Nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. The princess. Why are people comparing Enzo and Caicedo? Pattern of playing. Both are playing differently. Yeah, that's the truth. But the comparisons will always be there. Why is it happening now? I think it's because again, we're looking at I don't know if we're still looking at both. We're looking at both of them to be sure. And again, so it's easy to think the reason. Again, we want one over the other. We have to prioritize and choose one. So maybe they're thinking, if we don't sign Enzo, we sign Caicedo. If we don't sign Caicedo, we sign Enzo. So it's easy to start comparing them. No, I don't think we're looking at Enzo for him to play deep as Caicedo would play for us if we get to sign him. But that's by the way. Let's see what else we have here. Good morning, Blue family. Again, Augustine Mwauti. Nice to see you, my brother. I hope you're doing well. I have this a strong feeling that Enzo's deal will be done today. Let's do it. Much love to you again for that. Again, prophecy. I claim it. Like Nigerians will say, I claim it. Yep, I do claim that in Jesus' name. Caicedo, 19 million. Enzo, 120 million. Again, I think Enzo is better. And Caicedo is in pounds. Enzo is in euros. Yeah, so again, if you're comparing that, be sure to consider the currency. So you have, again, a sensible conclusion. Today is the day, if we get Enzo deal done, our window will be 15 out of 10. Yeah, because you could say it's already 10 out of 10. Plus, what the most important thing I want to see is the tears of the rival fans. And I'm sure you guys heard the story of a Man City fan who started a petition, asking people to sign for UEFA to investigate Chelsea. And he forgot really quick. They're the ones that cheated quite a lot and had to go remove their accounting report from their website so people don't have access to it. There's a video on that on YouTube. So that's, by the way, it's just, you can say stupidity, really. And it's sad. It's sad, like Roger said yesterday. And Mohammed, Ainte, hello, everyone. What an exciting day for the Blues. Cannot wait to enjoy the arrival again, to watching my arrival at the bridge. Maybe again, I think your phone helped you spell there. And big up to the Meatball Chelsea FC. Again, big up. I'm so happy to have again gotten the opportunity to be on the panel with you yesterday on Dan's YouTube channel. I enjoyed it so much. It's just that I was tired from two shows, the Blue Morning Show and the Evening Show. I hope to get a chance to be there earlier than I did yesterday. But big up, brother. Much love to you. I hope you're doing well. Get Enzo Fernandez and pay 50 million and Gallagher for Caicedo. Yeah, it sounds easy. I don't think the club would do that, but let's see what they do. No, don't use the term Jorginho. I think you'd be better off. Say, I don't like Jorginho. The term, again, hate, the word hate, I think is too strong. If I'm being honest, but you have every right to phrase your sentence the way you want it. But Enzo have long shots, a good passing, a good speed, good again. He's physical too. Again, and aggressive also. If you've paid attention to his style of play, young, alkaline, nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. Again, Kante is back or not? Again, I have big dreams for Chelsea. Kante is back, but just back on the grass, not ready to start. But again, what we were told a month ago when he got injured, or what time exactly, I'm not sure when. I can't recall exactly the exact time he got injured, is that he will be back in February. So let's see what happens. February isn't far away, can just 3 days before February. So we'll see what happens. I couldn't sleep throughout yesterday just for me to hear the breaking news. I hope we'll have a breakthrough. We get to the updates in the beat. Big up, coach at work again. Come on, let's get it. Let's get it done. Enzo, big up, Dan. Much love to you, brother. I hope you're doing well. Thanks for finding the time to join. Get Enzo to sign or not. Let's see what happens. We're following the story. It looks as if it's about time. I skipped quite a lot. We will have again. We'll have to sell again some players. Yeah, in the summer. Even right now, I think. I'm not sure. I'm not sure when the club sells because it's difficult. We don't want a situation where we sell players and then find out that we're actually thin in some areas. It becomes an issue. So, but let's see what the club does with this new Chelsea team. Built again. There will be some race to get tickets for games. Yeah, people will be again enthusiastic and will want to watch us play. There was a time again just a month ago. Some of us hates to hear that we're playing tomorrow. Let's see, going to have Chelsea sign Enzo or what? Not yet. It hasn't happened. I hope the coach have up to expectation and manage the team well. I think he'd do well, and I want him to do well. If he starts doing well, Chelsea will start doing well. Then I'll be all right. Then I'll have a calm life. Then I won't be worrying. I won't be worried at all. J5 is good when it comes again to back pass, but he isn't. Again, a consistent creator. I'm just going to help you phrase it like that. He cannot be like Fabregas. I think he has 6 or 7 assists. No, he can't. He's not Fabregas. He's traditionally a regista. What their primary responsibilities include helping control the tempo of the game, helping slow down the game when the opposition comes at you too quickly that you don't know what to do. He's capable of slowing down the game. But with a big BUT in the sense you have to pair him with somebody who will always be available to create an extra passing lane for him. That's when you get the best out of Jorginho. But that's by the beginning. Ibrahimovic, by Bakayoko, and Kepa. Modric, Enzo, Madrid, and Kunku, Malo. I wouldn't start comparing the previous owners and the current owners. No, I will not do that. Big up, coach. Big up, everyone. One love, Vega Costa 19. Big up to you too, brother. We need a physical Enzo. He barely gets injured. Shipanga Martin, I hope we get him, but it's looking like it's going to happen. Busayo, go do again a good day, sir. Please, again, good day to you too. Please, what's up, update on Enzo? We'll get to it in a bit. Just stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Benfica about to buy Nicholas Raskins midfielders for 2 million euros from Standard Liège to replace Enzo. So yeah, I think they've come to terms that he eventually leaves. Even Brighton have signed a young is it Norwegian or Swiss player? I forgot where they signed the players. The player from you could say is the replacement for Caicedo. Guys, again, we're at 153 people. Just smash that like button. Thanks. And also subscribe to the channel if you haven't. We're at 72 likes. It looks like we will hit 100 soon. Good afternoon, Kuchila Dixon from Nigeria. Job well done. We're still at it, but I understand. Thank you so much, Onoma Dixon, and Igbo brother right there. I appreciate that. I appreciate that from you. Thank you so much for kindly saying that. That means the world to me. So now we get to the topics we have. I'll still come back here. Let's see where we'll start. Okay, this one here, let's just the timeline. I think it's important we cover the timeline. This was yesterday, where we were at, where we stopped yesterday, given everything. We'll start from there. This says Chelsea have scheduled a new round of talks for Enzo Fernandez on Monday. Full focus on getting it done. Player side won't be an issue. Todd Boehly, Behad Igali, and the board are on it. Chelsea will reach 120 million euros. Depends on Rui Costa. He's been some tricky customer to deal with. Again, I don't know. But again, I'm hopeful. I think we're getting this one across the line no matter what happens. And the second stuff there, we're going to look at it. This one says Enzo Fernandez prefers to leave now. Like I said yesterday, if by the end of the day today, he doesn't see any kind of, you could say, substantial progress in the talks, he may well snap, because snapping may well be the only way to get the club to understand, hey, look, I want this to happen. So why the delays? Look how much you paid for me. Just the same thing. You see something, again, to the effect of what Moises Caicedo did. He will start asking, because it's about his life. And I'm sure they're not willing to pay him as much as we're paying him right now, if that makes any sort of sense to you. But he wants to come, and he's told them the second time he wants to come. That is, if we believe the rumors out there. Boehly should be fast in the kitchen. We're hungry. Yeah, exactly. He's been in the kitchen, but again, I trust him to get the meal ready as soon as possible. He's a good cook anyway, from what we've seen. Doesn't cook anything that, again, we would taste and say, what is this? He cooks something that we'll taste and say, oh, wow, that's delicious. So again, I can't wait to see that happen. Big up and respect to Kachila, Bobby, and everyone here. Again, good afternoon. And yeah, Temidayo, my brother, nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for bringing, again, so much, again, love you show to this community back here. Arsenal signed Caicedo for 75 million. Chelsea Enzo 120 million. Arsenal haven't signed Caicedo. Their second bid was rejected as quick as like this, as quickly as I snapped my finger. So let's see what happens. They may want to get him, but let's see what happens. I think Brighton will not be in a rush to sell him until deadline day, probably, because they know what let me say, we've been interested. I don't know if that has changed, but let's see. Joe Shields has started his position at Chelsea as co-director of recruitment. I haven't agreed compensation with Southampton to release him from his, again, notice earlier. Here's the thing, I think everybody wants to be part of the project, because I've asked the question, what are we telling these players that they're quick to join us? And you hear all of them. You hear Melo Gusto saying, I want to join Chelsea. You hear, again, Badiashile saying, I want to join Chelsea, even though there are other clubs that are interested. And some of the club tried to hijack, what's his name? Tried to hijack Melo Gusto from us. And even Mudryk, somebody else, again, who sold the project to him, and he liked it. Felix said he liked the project. Now, again, and we discussed it at length, and we came to the conclusion that, yeah, look, we've signed this player, we're building a new stadium. Look, we want to build a team that in the near future, a year or two, nobody will be, again, will have the confidence to play us, really. It's just something like that. They're selling it really well to these players that they're buying it, if you understand my point. Greetings and respect to you too. Enzo, keep going with that. Let's see again, Farhan Hall, keep up the great work. Again, love from Indonesia. Thank you so much. We have a brother from Indonesia there repping Chelsea. Blue is global. And thank you so much for finding the time to join, brother. Again, all love, Enzo from Uganda, Ali, Uganda. I guess your name didn't tell me where you're from, but much love to you, brother. Again, big up Chelsea, saying hello to Chelsea Dan there. Let's see what we have today. Last day of transfer. No, I think it's tomorrow, the 31st. Yeah, so let's see what happens tomorrow. My bro, Wally Waldo, nice to see you. Again, I hope you're doing well. Yep, he says, I think midnight tomorrow is when the transfer window shuts. Again, Mount deadline shuts Tuesday. Yeah, it closes Tuesday. The Chelsea project is most appealing. It is indeed. Again, Chelsea will be, winning what we want. Is what we wanted. That's from Ebenezer Gimiafi, Giamfi, I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Understand Chelsea are negotiating with Benfica again right now, as they have confirmed to Benfica intention to proceed with 120 million bid in installments for Enzo Fernandez. It's a crucial day. I hope we get it done as soon as possible. Rui Costa expected to decide after he was asked for the release clause. Okay, let's see what happens. Love from Poland. We have a Polish blue here. Pop to you. Big up and welcome to the channel. Be sure to subscribe and tell others about the channel. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. My brother from India. I have lots of friends from India. Walked with a lot of them. Much love, bro. Mohammed, Anaf, nice to see you again. Welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for saying where you're from. Let's see what else we have here. We'll tell them they will get again the free pizza like less than 2015. Maybe that works too. Yeah, not like that one. Again, this transfer window is the best of a Chelsea history. Yeah, that's the spending, and again, the Galacticos was signing. If that's the language you prefer to hear, it's been excellent. Chelsea, here we go, Enzo. We're still waiting for you. Again, your seat is ready at London. Yep. Let it happen, Samuel Sani. Let it happen. I want to see that happen. Deals CFC, bro. How are you doing? Big up, Pachila. I hope you're well. Today, Bali and Igbali pulled up in Portugal with their, again, yeah, I get it, balaclavas coming back with Enzo on the jet. I hope that happens. Again, that will make a lot of people cry. If you're using more than three emojis, the machine that is policing the chat, it's gonna time you out. So be careful how you do that. I don't want you to be timed out. I want you to enjoy the show. A great Chelsea fan from India. Nice to have you, brother. Getting Enzo will be epic. Oh, it will be delicious. It will be however you want to describe it, brother. Love from South Sudan. Big up, brother. Much love, my African brother. Much love to you. Again, Chelsea are doing everything in their power to sign Enzo Fernandez before tomorrow, 11 p.m. January transfer deadline. An important meeting has been scheduled. Yeah, but we'll talk more about that. Please, yes, guys, keep dropping the likes and make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. We're 93 likes, 7 more to get it to 100. Yes, let's shoot for 200 as soon as possible. Again, the coach will have problems drawing his 11. It's a good thing. It's a good problem to have. This team more than dangerous. Yeah, yep. How far have we gone? Nothing new. If we see anything, I'll let you know. We need this guy. Yes, we do need him. Thank you so much. Again, Enzo, I see that. Enzo Fernandez. Yes, Akoto, Silas Akoto, thank you for saying that. Much love to you. Again, just saying hello to people there. That's why I didn't come on. Okay, no problem. Enzo only, and the rest is history. A lot, we can achieve a lot with Enzo Fernandez there. So we switch back to looking again the timeline of events. Now, this one here is again Chelsea discussion for Enzo Fernandez. I think this is today. Discussion for have advanced, and that's from PYS, a brother and a good guy. Discussions have moved forward with the help of Georgie Mendes. Again, Chelsea may now be willing to go to such lengths as paying £106 million if payment terms are right. No player are involved at this time because the rumors yesterday were that again we were trying to sell him, again, add players to sweeten the deal, so they take it. But I think we've changed our stance on that. We're not willing to add any player, but we're willing to pay up. I think where the whole thing, you could say, stands right now is we're trying to get them to agree on how we want to pay the money. I think they want us to pay in bulk, and we want to pay the money bit by bit, so that again it won't have a problem. We won't not get into issues with authorities such as again or maybe break the FFP rules. Let me just simplify it that way, if that makes any sort of sense to you. Yes, guys, we're at 99 likes right now. Let's shoot for 200 as soon as possible, because I know 100 will come in a heartbeat like this. It will be a team no one would want to play. Yeah, talk about a team no one would want to play. It's this one. It's now down to the manager to make the most of the players available to him. The trendy is so much. I can not just wait. I can't wait either. Atiba Simon, hello, Brogan. I'm really so excited to see that happening right here from Uganda. Nice to see you, my brother. I hope you're doing well. They want to make Enzo a deadline day signing. It's a risk. I don't think they would intentionally leave it for deadline day. because if they do, Benfica, you could argue, has the upper hand. If Benfica feels like it again, then would have to trigger the buyout clause, and probably if they say they want it in bulk, would have no option than to pay everything at the same one time. So it's a huge risk. I wouldn't think that's the case. Yes, keep liking the video, guys. 102. Next target, 200 likes, and I know we can get there as soon as possible. Coach, how are you doing, Usman Isaac, my brother? I'm doing well, inshallah. God bless you, and thank you for asking that question. Is Enzo coming today? Please, looking more likely. Again, Boehly is in the kitchen, and it looks like a food will be ready soon, if that makes sense to you. Have you done it, guys? Again, if you haven't, then you are not like-minded with us. Smash that like button, people, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Yeah, the aim is to reach a wider audience. Thank you so much. You're a very smart man, man. Official Enzo, a Tumblr's channel. Not yet. We're waiting. We're following the news. If anything comes up, be sure this is one of the first places you will hear it. What I would do, again, in about 2 hours or so, or less, or 2 hours plus, I will end the show just to help take help my son prepare for school, take him to school, come back again. We will start another show immediately. Again, the moment I come back from school runs, so that we'll follow the story and not miss anything when it happens. Talking to Dan there, in my dream last night, I saw Enzo playing for Chelsea in Champions League, a final against Man City. Wow, okay, again, let's see that happen. I hope you're a prophet. What Nightbot again wants me again? I didn't do anything. Here's the thing, maybe you used more than 3 emojis. Nightbot is a machine. It's not a human being. Again, I haven't learned how to, you could say, reduce the strictness of the machine. So apologies. I'll always be watching. Again, I won't let him delete your message. And again, avoid using all caps. Avoid using all caps. You didn't do anything wrong. And pardon, again, it's my fault. I haven't learned how to fix that. And to my bro, Bobby Fairview, nice to see you, bro. Again, bless up, coach. I don't even need notifications anymore. Listening to the show is now part of my morning. Bless up, bro. I can't wait to have you on the panel whenever time again allows. Again, big up to you. You're undeclared, always differs in opinion, and that makes the show worth listening to. So bless up again. Nice to see you, my brother. I hope you're doing it well. We will get Enzo. Uganda in the house. Grammy, again, money music. Thank you so much. I like your name so much. Just don't use all caps so that the machine will not time you out. And don't use more than 3 emojis. Big up everyone to my brother Santiago Muniz, now Santiago Mudrik. Very happy with Simon Mudrik. Nice to see you, bro. I hope you're doing well. Been long since I've watched the stream, but shout out from Zimbabwe. Thank you, Rafa Hamdu. I hope you're doing well, my brother. Again, more importantly, I hope you had a good Christmas and you're enjoying the new year. Please do let us know. We always want to know. All Ugandan, again, big up again up to you, all of you here. Coach, again, I wish, again, if we get Enzo again and sign a pre-contract with Caicedo, that's going to be very difficult. There are other parties interested. So Brighton wouldn't want any sort of deal that would delay payments. If they can see anybody who will pay up quicker than us, they take it. It's as simple as that. It's business for all parties involved. Good afternoon, bro. I am from Biafran land. Okay, clearly, an Igbo brother there. Big up, Ilam Friday. Nice to see you, Ilam. I hope you're doing well. Much love to you, brother. What state, again, are you from? I really want to know. You're welcome, Santiago. Again, keeping my excitement in check. Don't want to jump the gun too much, but I don't know what I would do if we get this done. Cable Major, I think we'll get it done. So be happy, prepare your celebration. This deal was only going to get done deadline day. Maybe let's see what happens because maybe let's see. Graham is not that bad. Let's give him a chance to prove himself. Again, it's just a matter of time. I like that because the truth remains that's a first for everything. Given time to the end of the season, at the end of the season, we have enough time to judge the man. But let's not just jump right now and say he's bad or he's bad, if that makes any sort of sense to you. Let's say, what do we have again? Austin Dagger, that is good news. Oh, did he release anything new? Let's not be so excited. I don't trust that man, Rui Costa. Well, it's business for all parties involved, but I think we'll be all right. Okay, right now I'm going to go back to the panel and I'll try to get your subsequent contributions. Apologies. I'm going to skip quite a few. I enjoy reading what you have there. But if I keep doing it, that's all I do for the whole day, if that makes any sort of sense to you. But much love to everybody. I just love from Somalia. Nice to see you, brother. Again, I appreciate all my African brothers. Wherever you're from, much love. We have Indonesians here, and much love to you all. Thank you. You're the reasons why. You guys are the reason we're growing as fast as we're growing. Do you believe because of Caicedo price, it made us to go get Enzo? No, I think Enzo, again, we're not getting one to leave out. The plan was never to get one and leave the other. Maybe now we're prioritizing Enzo because he's the more creative of the two. If you're paying attention, the other one, again, just eye test. Based on eye test, the other one is more defensively minded. But the truth remains they're two good players, but they're not the same profile. And I don't think we're getting Enzo to be a defensive player for us, although he has some good numbers. Good afternoon again. Femi, nice to see you, my Niger brother. Everyone, please, what is happening about Enzo? We'll talk about more of that in a bit. Enzo is power. What language? I love that, man. Are we comfortable relying on Reece Aspi for the rest of the season? That may, again, I get your argument. I would have again. I wouldn't have been again. I would not have been happy had we missed out on Malo Gusto. So if the only thing we had to do was to allow him to finish the season there to get him, that's fine by me. I think we'll be all right finishing the season. Maybe when Aspi comes in, he'll be again more reserved in terms of again. He'll be participate less in the offensive aspect of the whole thing. If that makes any sort of sense to you, all mods again. Listen to the captain of the house. Listen, all mods, stop using more than 2 emojis. Again, as all the people are doing the same. Yeah, stop using all caps too, because you should be leading by example. Chelsea fan, Nigeria are waiting for the news to break internet. Yeah, if I can get, and let me see, I'll see if I can get somebody to interview Nigerians and see how happy they are about that sign. If it happens, Enzo play with farm. No, I don't think that will happen. Good morning, my Chelsea family. I hope all is well. Chadrick Ebanks, my Jamaican bro, Wagwan man, heights and blessings. I hope you're doing well. Please do let me know that you're doing well. From Willie Bless, a big up Kachila. I hope you're well. Again, there's a source claiming we could pay up to 160 million euros. Enzo, again, Fernandez, that is including taxes. But I also heard that the taxes can be broken up into pieces, into bits, so we don't have to pay that at the same time. So that is some good news. But big up to you, brother. Nice to see you again. I hope you're well. Again, YT Itebu. If Enzo deal don't work out, let's use the 120 million, get Mohamed Kudus. Okay, and Ruben Neves, 2 players. I think that's too much for 2 of them, actually. I don't, how much is the transfer value on Ruben Neves? I don't know. And out of all our midfielders, who can you not wait to see Enzo play alongside Kante? Kante is the guy that will do the dirty work and let him go again, express himself. Kante is the man that will again give him allow him the independence he needs to operate as freely as he wants to again in the attacking area. Kante is the man that will read the game so well and show and be sure again that our defense is well protected by will attack. Elena again, I believe will sign Enzo. My wine is ready for celebration. Yep, do that, please. Justin, Elena, thank you so much for saying that. Lukaku 115 million. Yeah, I don't want to talk about that. Lukaku he hasn't helped himself. He left Chelsea. He's burned the bridge. He also created an erosion. Where there's the possibility to rebuild the breach. So I don't think he comes back to Chelsea. Or if he comes, I'd be surprised. Enzo playing alongside the fit Kante would be good. Do you believe there's a type of midfielder like Enzo Fernandez? It's rare because he has everything. He has aggression, physicality, pace. He has a great vision. He's a good passer of the ball. He's a dead ball specialist. He has everything. But it's rare to find one and say, how about this player? But I'm going to say this. If it's not Enzo, who would I go for? I think Dan asked me that on his show yesterday. The player I'd go for would be Nicolo Barilla. He's an excellent player too. Again, I'd take Barilla over him, but I'd take Enzo really. Good afternoon, Brogan. You said that before Elam Friday, and I've read it. Again, thank you so much for finding the time to join the show. Elam Friday, you're very welcome. Enjoy yourself, brother. Caicedo with Enzo in the middle, EPL back. Okay. I'm not sure what you're trying to communicate there. Contract negotiations broke down between Pedro Porro and Tottenham. Yeah, and I thought it was done practically. Yeah. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm just going to say hi to anybody I haven't say hi to you. Hi to Mount Lambeka Zulu. I feel I would do again a gusto again for Enzo if we get him. I don't think so. If we're paying that, maybe, but there's a chance. I think you're correct. That's a chance. We'll be desperate to get him and say, okay, we can wait till the summer and right after this season. There's a chance. You're very correct, but let's see what happens. Good morning, bro. Good morning to you too, Beniza Mante. Prince Moha, big up Kachila, much love, bro. Again, let's keep the platform booming. Yes, my brother, much love to you too. So I'm going to say hi to people I haven't said hi to, and now scroll to the very bottom. Dominic, Maximilian, and Eche. Big up, coach. How are you doing today? Being busy. Thank God. Again, I met up with the stream. Told you Enzo is deadline transfer. Let's see if you're correct. It's not deadline yet. When will the deadline day? Again, I didn't understand before 1st February. 31st of the month, which is Tuesday. And the vote. But big up to you, brother. Coach, you need to make a video eating Todd's food. If he cooks Enzo, I think I'll do that. Good meal. I would do that, bro. How are you doing? Again, Alex Morgan, you seem to be fast with your words. Easy. No, if I slow down, how many stuff am I gonna read? Maybe it's the coffee, but I can't slow down. Good morning, coach from London, England. Philip Smith, much love to you, brother. I hope you're doing well. Like I said, I'm gonna say hello to a lot of people, and we're gonna get to the next stuff we have lined up. Watching live from South Sudan. You said that before, bro, and I've read it again. Big up to you. Martin will never fail. Again, Arsenal will continue failing. Oh yeah, that's again in football. That's what you wish your rivals. Again, there are a lot of improvements from Chalova as regarding of right back position. So yeah, I think he'd help us. Make again as a makeshift right back. I think he'd help us go through the season without again having so much problem in that area. I like Barilla as well, coach. Again, I think he's an excellent player. If I start talking about him, I will not stop. And Wally Older, I have to tell you. And we wanted him, excuse me for the cup. And we wanted him when Conte was still our manager. I think he was 19 at that point. Right now, he's 25. But again, it's a big if. The rumors are, again, we'll only go for him if he wants to leave Inter, but it doesn't look like he wants to leave Inter Milan. He's one of their most prized assets, and I'm not sure the duration of his current contract. What a player he is. Let me just move on to that. Good morning to you, Ibanks. I'm good. Okay, thank you so much for here. Again, more importantly, you're good. Fitness greetings from Finland. Much love to all Chelsea fans. MMJ, much love to you. NXG. Again, how are you doing, brother? Again, yeah, Fabrizio Romano will be breaking news very soon. We're paying attention. We're not going to miss this. Be sure. A big day for Chelsea as they try to agree a deal for Enzo Fernandez. CFC pushing and progressing and could go as high as £105 million for this clause. But success is about the structure, not just the numbers. The structures where the issue have been. Blessings in Jamaica. Courtney, I hope you're doing well, brother. Much love to you. God bless you, and thank you for finding time to join. Breaking news: Arsenal have entered the race for Enzo. Yeah, good luck to them. Let them come. We're waiting. Chelsea are going well for transfer. Usman Mohammed, thank you so much. I appreciate that, guys. Let's not forget again the most important thing: liking and subscribing to the channel. Help us reach a wider audience. What 137? It looks like we're getting to 200 as soon as possible. Let's get it done, people. Much love to you all. Thanks for all the support. We appreciate that. No. Do not say that. Okay, let's look at the next thing we have in the time. And it is this one here. Chelsea talks for Enzo Fernandez have advanced dialogue ongoing since rejection, and now ramping up in such enough a deal that's between the parties involved. Chelsea and the Benfica camp again will go high if Benfica payment terms is right. Again, to avoid summer battle, no other player is currently involved. Yep, I think we've read something to that effect also. But again, let's keep going. We have again all the time we need here. Ty, big up to you. How are you doing, brother?
Stressed. Absolutely stressed.
About the whole thing, you want it to get done. You don't like the suspense and everything. Is that what the case is?
Yes. And considering the way how Pedro Porro to Spurs has been bottled, and that's the first time I've ever seen a deal being bottled after the here we go from Fabrizio Romano. I'm not worried because Benfica can play hardball and they have been playing hardball, so that's my worry.
Yeah, this one is funny. What did Arsenal bid plus 1 cent? Ask them. I don't know. The goat. Where have you been, bro? British government, please stop Chelsea. FFP is crap. I know you're not a Chelsea fan, but I always like to see you here. Your contributions make sense, except if you're bantering Chelsea. Ben Jacobs Arsenal have turned their attention to Enzo Fernandez. Yeah, good. Just stay there. Keep typing. Keep watching. As long as you provide value, I don't have a problem with you being in the chat. Please like and subscribe when you enter if you have not. It helps the channel reach a wider audience. We have 144 likes right now. Let's get it to 200 as soon as possible. I know that will happen. We keep watching. If we see any update, believe me, you'll be the first to hear. I'm sure Liam Lane is paying attention, and I'm sure Ty is paying attention. I'm sure my brother AD Love for Blue is also paying attention. So if anything comes up, be rest assured will be one of the first places you'd hear about it. Let's see again. I am holding my breath for Enzo's announcement. Again, Ihana Kangundwe. Again, nice to see you, Ihana. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much. The goat. Yeah, I know you're here to complain. Please, here we go. Keep waiting. I think it will happen. What is new? No new update yet. I'm paying attention. Again, I have my screen open. There's an update that again Liam Lane shared with me, which is the news that again somebody already in the chat already talked about it. The news is that Joe Shields again has officially started his post as Chelsea's co-director of recruitment after recently agreeing a compensation with Southampton to release him from his notice early. Yeah, that's a good one there. So he joins Chelsea. Again, I think our scouting department has gotten even better. I hope again they find us some gems so that in the near future we will not be spending that much money. What do we have? Rui Costa, don't give up. Yeah, keep praying. I'm going to start skipping your contributions. Sky Sports says Arsenal 70 million bid for Caicedo has been rejected. Yeah, that's again. Thank you for saying that. That happened yesterday, but thank you for again bringing it up again. Good morning again. I hope you're doing well today. Again, I told you Chelsea will sign Enzo or Caicedo this January. Prince Boateng, my Ghanaian brother. Let's see what happens. Why Benfica don't want a Ziyech and 90 million? Well, I don't know. They know why they don't. Good deal if it happens. It hasn't happened, so good deal. A good deal. Okay, good for you. Riddler, stay there. Keep commenting. What took you so long, bro? Did you travel to Portugal for the Enzo deal too? Because it's like that's where everyone is now. Maybe I went there. But I've explained again. I usually wake up 2:20 a.m. That's when my alarm starts blowing, goes off. That's when I start preparing for the show, and the show usually starts at 3:30 a.m. for me. So yeah, it's not easy. Usually, sometimes I wait a bit if I'm exhausted from the activities from the previous night. Usually, I do wait to be myself, to be ready for the show. Let's see what we have here. Again, a problem is FFP cannot do anything because Chelsea have brand new owners. Yeah, not they can, but I know again we're allowed to spend certain amount of money that counts as investment. I know you understand that. I mean, again, they can investigate us. They cannot do anything till next year. Yeah, I think we'll be all right. I don't see Todd Boehly just spending for the sake of it and not paying attention how we could possibly get into trouble if we don't spend wisely. Rui Costa has been no. I don't want to read that. It will sound like something shady to the machine that's transcribing whatever we're saying, and they will temporarily withhold monetization from the particular video until they do a manual review. So I don't want to do that. Let's see what we have. Again, we must need both of them. No, I don't think so. I don't think we'll buy both of them, if that makes any sort of sense to you. Agreement for Caicedo, not. Yeah, exactly. not to mind Enzo. Let them survive that one. Let's see. Do you think we will go after Michael Edwards in the summer? Possibly. I'm not sure. If that's part of the, again, if they feel like that role is important, they make sure they get him. Probably if they're waiting for him, we don't know. First time joining this stream. Again, keep it up, my friend. Thank you so much, BIP, and I appreciate you saying that. Enjoy yourself. Again, you're welcome. Again, you're part of the family now. Caicedo maximum 70 million. This is not extra player. And here's the thing. I think because Arsenal have bid that much already, I'm suspicious that we're not going to be willing to pay that much money, if that makes any sort of sense to you. New tweet from who? Who exactly? I want to know. Again, Daniel Crane, nice to see you. Big up to you, brother. Who are you talking about? I want to know Chelsea's latest offer for Enzo Fernandez, 120 million euros without a target bonuses and the money in a signing payment and 5 other payments. The decision passes purely and exclusively by the president of Benfica. Who said that? I want to know who said that. Please be quick. Be quick. Do not waste time. Say something. We're waiting for you. Asma, be quick now. Tell us who said that. You must provide your source. That's how we operate here. We want to know. And that's, by the way, here's the link to my brother's channel, Ty Talks. Again, a brother I love so much, my brother from another mother. Much respect for him. And I know, yeah, you should go check out his channel. Let me change my tone a bit. You should go check out Ty Talks YouTube channel. Quite a lot of excellent videos that you will enjoy. Believe me, you will not regret it. If anything, you will thank me later. Go check it. Then you'll get to know why the owners are spending this much money and don't have any issues. We have a new update. I'll come to that in a bit. Just give me 1 second. Just give me 1 second. Yeah, so please go check out Ty Talks YouTube channel. I'm going to pin that. I hope I'll be able to find it. Oh, there you go. Again, it's not far away from the bottom. So be sure to go check it out. Make sure to subscribe. Let's let him help him get to 1,000 subscribers as soon as possible. So here's the update here from my friend. Here's the update here. It says Chelsea have offered £105 million in 5 payments with no target bonuses. Now it's down to Rui Costa. So that's some good news for us. Again, that is practically the buyout clause. So probably now it's crunch time now. Let's see if they will accept that or say no. In fact, we're offering £105 million in 5 payments with no target bonuses. Now it's down to Rui Costa. What do you think happens? Do you think he'd take it, or do you think it's still want us again to beef up the payment option?
I hope he accepts it. And considering that we're hearing things that despite earlier it was the relationship, or probably relationship isn't the right word, but the communication between Jorge Mendes, Rio Costa, and the officials from Chelsea that are trying to get the deal done. There's no more tension. It's more calm. I'm hoping, and I think that this probably means that there's a stronger chance of it being accepted, because it's practically what they've asked for. It's just about if they want it in payment or installments, or they just want the fee up front. But they can't reject it, because this is what they asked for.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And clearly, people that are saying, yeah, go ahead.
If they reject it, they'll look foolish, because people are forgetting this part. 20% essentially has to go to River Plate, so they're gonna need as much money as possible up front, and also they need to get as high as possible so they can get a lot of money. Even though either way they're gonna get a profit, no matter how they look at it, because they paid 10 million for him. I mean,
yeah, but it doesn't matter. They put in the groundwork. Business is business, if you get what I mean. You get what I mean? So again, how much they're asking for, it's nobody's business. But I get your point, Ty. It would be foolish for them to reject it, because it's a risk. More importantly, that's a chance. If they reject it, that's a chance they don't get much money from someone else. Again, I get your point, but let's see what they do. That's, by the way, guys, keep liking the stream. What, 159 likes? And again, if you haven't, please take a second to drop a like on the stream and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. You guys are absolute legend. Let's keep pushing. And I'm sure you've seen the update. I'm going to read it again for you. We've offered 105 million, which is practically the buyout clause. The difference now, like Ty explained, is a structure of the deal. We want to break it down into 5 payments. I think we've done well. 105 million pounds in payments. I think it's not a bad deal. But again, they would want more possibly. Let's see what happens. And if anything comes up, be rest assured this is one of the first places you'd hear it. And Todd is in the kitchen, so once the meal is ready, we'll be the ones to serve it to you. I promise you that. Again, you're not going to miss it. Let's see anything else to address here. And Ty, if you see any comment that I'm highlighting that you want to address, please do accept. Again, you can comment. Blue Blood, again, it's Bobby who is in Portugal. Yeah, Bobby may be in Portugal, but I'm sure the reason Bobby isn't here right now is because the last night's show was 3 hours. It didn't end until about, again, nearly, early morning today. Yeah, because 12 a.m. From last night will be early morning today, so probably still asleep. And he has to work today. He usually works Mondays. And Roger was here too. So yeah, it was a long one. It was enjoyable, but again, stressful for them because it was late. Enzo Don, not yet. We're following the story. Rui Costa must decide if he accepts or not. If he doesn't, I think we'll still try to adjust the structure. And there's something Ty explained here. If you're concerned about the relationships, the relationship between the two clubs and the agent, it's mutual. Nobody is disrespecting anybody. Forget the things he was saying in the news. They were still talking even when the news was that again. The news broke that again that the relationship between the two clubs has broken down. No, that hasn't happened. Benfica won't get the sum money that we were offering right now. Is that really the case? Do you think is the truth that they won't get the sum money that we're offering them right now?
They won't get the same money what we're offering to them right now.
Yeah, that's from our bro there in the chat. They're saying that is that true? Like in the summer they'll get less, or do you think they get more in the summer? Because there will be more people vying for a signature, which means there'll be a bidding war practically.
The fee would drop because if you think about it, remember they signed him last summer, meaning that the only reason why it would be the release clause or the buyout clause now is because they signed him 6 months ago. When the rest of the season concludes, it means he's been there for at least a season, which reduces the buyout clause because you're not buying him out of a contract that is very premature. So they're gonna get less money. They won't be getting the same amount of money, and more teams would be in for him. Obviously, was reports saying that
you don't think when he has about 2, 3, 4 clubs vying for a signature that would drive up the price?
Well, that is true, but they can't be asking for the same amount. It would still be high, but it wouldn't be as high as it is now.
So they may well take ours again, and long time they get more money in the long term. But again, let's see what they do. I hope they take that one. Benfica want the big chunk. Yeah, that has always been the issue, Riddler. But let's see what happens there. Again, let's see. Again, NXT can Chelsea's latest offer, 120 million with no targets. Yeah, we've read that. And NXT, thank you for that. But I'll read it again. Again, to humor you. Again, we respect everyone here. It says again, a signing payment and 5 other payments. The decision is exclusively down to Benfica's president, Rui Costa. I hope again he doesn't again blow it up for us. I'm concerned really. But that's why the way Brighton will not sell Caicedo in the January window under any circumstances. I don't think so, really. I don't think so. They've played without him. They actually did very well. And the manager practically said, you know what, he can move on. That, to me, that's what I felt like. He said, you know what, we can move on. We're seeing that we can actually do without him, if that makes any sort of sense to you. But that's why we can, let me see what else we have here. Enzo Kante in the midfield. Yeah, again, let's see. Just kidding about the let's come, man. You're doing a great job. Recruiters again cannot wait to hear every day. Thank you so much again, Victor Ogunbajo, my Niger brother. I appreciate you. Much love, one love. Again, what do you think of next season? We got a French link up again. Yeah, the back line. not just again, we have Badeshile, we have Fofana, and then we have the right back Melo Gusto. Yeah, the three of them really, and then Kunku joins 4 players from the. You could say, yeah, it's seriously French network or French connection if you prefer. Let me see. Chelsea let us offer Enzo again 120 million with no targets. Yep. A sign-in payment and 5 other payments. The decision is exclusively down to Rui Costa. He's the man of the moment right now. Gabriel Omar Bass, nice to see you, bro. Again, I haven't seen you in a while. Please do let me know how you're doing. I hope you enjoyed your Christmas. I hope you're enjoying the New Year. Thanks so much for finding the time to join the show. Ty, please pay attention if you see anything you want to address. Again, can you share the tweet? If you're on Twitter, you should message me and share the tweet, please. Again, just 1 second. Why am I the person? How do I find them and follow them? I'm going to try to find them and follow them. Let's see what happens here. Again, any news update for Barcelona? Nope. If you want Barcelona news, go to the other channel, the sister channel called Soccer Perspective. There you will see Barcelona news. I like, again, the scouting plan. Like, again, yeah, they're doing well. And Germany, and let's see, anything else here? Deals, CFC, again, let's see. I think the board, 1 second here. Let me see what we're doing. Okay. I think the board will make a Costa accept it. You can't force him to accept what he doesn't want to accept. It is that simple. River Plate is pushing for this deal to be agreed. Oh, yeah, they get a huge chunk from the sale. So why would they again? Why wouldn't they want it to go through? The delay will actually be hurting them. They will feel like sell it now. Again, they get a huge chunk. Someone called me from Portugal. The deal nearly ends. Again, it's gonna be done the next hour. I hope that happens. Apparently, his release clause is only again active for this transfer window. So Benfica are very unlikely to get offered more money. Oh, now I get it. So it's not. So that's why all the talks about how it's not going to be higher in the summer. So if anything, yeah, they get a higher pay if they sell now. So thank you for highlighting that. That makes more sense right now. Yes, people, keep liking the stream. What 169 likes? Let's get it to 200 as soon as possible. Looks like we're gonna get there again so quick. Please, you guys are absolute legends. Keep liking the stream. Breaking news again. We made our offer. Yeah, again we've read that. So now I'm gonna scroll to the very bottom. John Carter, Benfica should wait. I think you must be a rival fan. Just 1 second. Let me see what else we have here. What else do we have here? Again, Francis Winters again. I am late. Big up Enzo Fernandez is coming. Hopefully, let's see that happen. The release clause is ridiculous, in my opinion. Bought a player for 10 million just to slap a 120 million. Yeah, here's the thing. They did the groundwork. If we're being honest, again, I wouldn't say any amount. Again, if I said the amount is ridiculous, I'd say without due respect to them. They did the groundwork. They did the scouts, and they found Enzo. They trusted him. They brought him into their team, and he started doing well. So they have every right to ask whatever amount they want to ask for. It is as simple as that, and that's exactly what's going on. So let them again ask for it. Again, it's up to you to pay up or not, or forget it. And the truth remains, we're asking for one of your best players. Practically, you can say their best player in a January transfer window, which means they don't have time enough to get a proper replacement for him. And during January transfer window, if you want a player again of his quality, you pay premium. So that's where we're at. So I don't blame them really, but I get your point. Enzo deal looking complicated due to FFP. Enzo is not willing to sign. I think you're making up stuff right now. Signing for Bayern Munich. Okay, yeah, that's all the news. There's been an update on Enzo. What's the update exactly? I really want to hear that. Coach, good day. I am only worried about FFP. Again, Agile Kachi. Don't worry about it. Again, these owners, the owners in question, they did not become billionaires. They did not become billionaires by being dumb. I'm sure they have capable hands. They have capable hands walking around the clock, making sure it will spend we're not going to again. We're not going to get into trouble. Excuse me. So you need not to worry about that. They know again if they mess up, it's a serious issue. So don't worry about that. Again, they know exactly what they're doing. They have experts working on that. Again, as a Benfica fan, yeah, now I know why you're saying all that. I hope Rui Costa turns Chelsea down and keep the player to win titles. Yes, then I get your point there. But what if the player wants to leave? It complicates things for you. So if you're again John Carter, go check out a Soccer Perspective. There we cover all clubs, and if you're able to come onto the panel, I'm planning again a transfer window review on that particular channel. Well, we talk about again players that other clubs have signed. If you want to be a panelist there, fine. I'd like to have you on Soccer Perspective. Please go subscribe if you haven't. Let's see what we have here. Anything else? Let's get it to 200 as soon as possible. We're at 183, 17 more to get it to 200. Please, let's get it there as soon as possible. Again, but bro, Chelsea is not good for Enzo. Is that what you think? No, I'm not. I'm going to skip that. You're looking for my trouble right now. Enzo is surely coming. I hope so. Why Chelsea not good again for Enzo? Yeah, good question. Slug it out with him there. I'm going to stay away from that particular conversation. Bayern want to take Cancelo, and they had, again, a Pavard. And is that Mazur? I don't know how to pronounce that name there. Let's see what else we have here. Osita, Anthony, Enzo, and Kante in the midfield were good. Like I said, Kante will be the man again to help him to give you could say to provide that freedom or independence for Enzo to operate freely and be as free as a bird and actually can help us offensively. Kante is the man. And I think Zakaria is capable of doing that too if he can play more reservedly and not, again, bump forward as he's done in the past when he's played. But let's see what happens. Bayern has just signed Cancelo. Yeah, thank you for that news. Priestley Chidi, I appreciate that news. Porter, oh my goodness, I'm not going to read that one. Enzo is quality signing, bro. Yep. Shetty, again, I believe you were cooking. Yep, Boehly is in the kitchen and he's cooking some delicious meal. And by the time it be ready, we'll all go, wow, this is good. Yep, the man is cooking. He knows exactly what he's doing. A lot of us, again, give him stick. Yeah, for something I'd still give him stick for. If I'm being honest, I'd still give him a stick for firing Thomas Tuchel, if that makes any sort of sense to you, for obvious reasons. But I've moved on beyond that. And I wouldn't want to talk about it again if that makes sense. Let's see what we have here. Again, nice one, guys. Again, I am back after a long while. Ghana, Emmanuel, nice to see you, bro. I hope you're doing well. Let me see. Again, right now, I'm going to scroll to the very bottom. Triumph TV. How long the contract for Enzo gives Enzo? Okay, let me just say, I think I understand you're asking about the contract. We're offering him a 7+1 or so, or 6+1. That makes it 7. Or I'm not sure about that. Until it's done, I'm not going to, again, I can't say clearly with certainty this is what the contract is like. Okay, I'm looking at a lot of updates to see if I see anything new. So IBZ, big up, bro. How are you doing, man?
How we doing, man? Hope we're all good.
Fine. Thank you. I know you're usually skeptical about transfers, but in this case, I want to get your thoughts. Let me ask you this question this way. We've seen a lot of smoke. Do you think the smoke is coming from a pan on the stove, or do you think the smoke is coming from fire, really?
No, it's coming from fire because it's coming from fire because of the timeline of where we are in the window. Everything is.
So that's why you believe this one is coming from fire properly.
Well, yeah, that and the fact that obviously I've looked on The Athletic today and I've seen some movement, and it has me reason to believe that movements and discussions were made. So I'm not in the camp of it's not happening. I just want to know how it's going to be done. And that's the interesting part of how it's done before. I mean, as consumers, we just love the rigmarole of transfer deadline day. We love the chaotic circus of it all. So finding out where a player is going to be on this day and he's going to be here on another day is always an intriguing prospect. So yeah, I think deals will be done. by tomorrow we'll have a deal done. I don't know who. It could be Enzo. It could not be Enzo. The world wants Enzo. Chelsea wants Enzo. So yeah, we gotta push for it, I guess. My reservations about the player himself. I don't want to put no bad vibes on anyone, so I'm gonna shut my mouth. But exciting. It shows our intent that we want to turn our season around. And yeah, as a Chelsea fan, optimistic for the future.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the future again looks bright. Really, again, the future is so bright. Like I'll say, like I said it yesterday, that the opposition fans and our own fans, we need glasses to look at it because it can blind you. That's how bright the future will be. I'm concerned about the immediate future, but again, a good thing the owners, they're doing all they can to address the issues that are apparent that we're having right now, so that we can move forward and do well as a club this particular season, and probably most likely make top four. I think they really pushing for that. So kudos to them. They've done quite well, really. We'll have to, if we're being honest to ourselves. I know a lot of people still be giving them sticks. I don't want to get into that, but that's why the weekend Benfica is demanding full payment. I think that's where the issue lies. We're not, again, I'm going to say again, we're not, the issue isn't whether we're capable of paying the buyer clause. We are capable of doing that, but we want, a payment in this, again, where it won't come down to us paying everything at the same time. I don't know if that makes any sort of sense to you. So yeah, I'm going to come to you right away. Dales, your thoughts on everything that's going on. What do you think?
Big up, Kachilla. Thanks for letting me come
big
on.
up to you too. I hope you're well.
I hope you're doing well as well, bro. With all this going on, at first I thought this still couldn't be made, but now it's looking more likely. It's looking more likely because I reckon we've changed our mindset of things on the Enzo situation. I believe the money that we're offering is the money that Benfica originally want, and I feel that they may come to agreement. But it just all depends. It all depends on the player side of things as well. He's definitely pushing for the move, isn't he? Do you believe he's the type of player that? Do you believe he's the type of player that changes our midfield? 100% he is. But I don't believe he will change everything at once, because we need Kante back in his full strength, and he ain't back until March time. So you will see a little bit of change if he comes in. But again, adaptation time, and how long is he gonna fit in the team?
We Chelsea fans, like I said last week, we're like kids in a candy store. You feel me, bro? So this Enzo brother, believe you me, the Chelsea fan base, including the ones in this stream right now, will expect him to hit the ground running the minute he touches down in London. They're not hearing, oh, yeah, man. They're not hearing that. And here's how fickle we are as well. If he doesn't have a form in the first 3 months of his stay, they'll be like, oh, it's on to the next best thing. This is why we are so fickle as fans. I saw it with Kai Havertz. I've seen it with Sterling. I just hope it's not with this brother. Because this is a toxic fan base we have. And then the demand of you coming in will be the same demand of you getting out. I've noticed that. And if that's the case, I swear down, I'm retiring off the internet. I'm in support with the brothers. I'm going to my games in peace. I'm not having no discourse with no one online. If that is the narrative, if this brother signs and I hear a pim of, oh, this guy's not good enough, or, oh, we need to get this guy because Enzo this, I swear, make I no curse nobody for panel. May I just come up for internet, I swear. So I hope we give him time, let him adapt to London, adapt to the European climate, adapt to the, Premier League. Give him time.
European here, I think he's done that at Benfica.
You know what I mean.
English climate.
The Premier League. Give him his time to adapt. I don't want to hear no one telling him, oh yeah, he's rubbish after 5 games. I don't want to hear that. because I'll get onto you like you're my little brother. I swear to God, I'll get onto you like you're my little brother. Because like the word of Enzo Fernandez, like he's the second thing since sliced bread, the best thing since sliced bread. I hope he comes and he does well for us. But I do not want our fan base to turn on him the minute there's a bit of struggle there. That will piss me off. But yeah, we hope for the best.
Yeah, go ahead, deal with what you're saying so I can catch up with the chat and we'll switch to the next stuff we'll have to talk about.
Yeah, and another thing as well, right? I feel that, yeah, obviously we have other targets as well, but Enzo Fernandez is the main priority. We're going into this deal with the money, and I feel that if Rio Costa, whatever his name is, if he doesn't accept this deal, there's something against him. I feel that this deal needs to be done at the right price, and they should come to agreement. Hopefully they do come to agreement.
What is the right price for you?
I believe the right price is the release clause, what they've been asking for. Obviously that's what they've been asking for from the get-go. I think the hold up to the deal before was that we wasn't willing to come to their release clause price. Now we are. They want to talk business. So hopefully we do get this deal done. I believe that majority of this deal, of the Enzo situation, I believe that was anybody knew about Enzo before the World Cup as well. That's what I want to ask you. Did anybody knew about Enzo Fernandez before the World Cup?
No, I didn't.
A lot of people knew him. Again, a lot of people do. Go ahead.
I don't think I didn't know him before. I didn't know him. Even on FM, he didn't come across to me. I mean, probably on my scout mail list, but you know, there's a lot of players. No, he didn't. I didn't. Until you Twitter profiles keep pushing the name around, and it becomes a reality. Then you actually think, oh, is this guy really worth this hype? And then you watch him at the World Cup, and you say, okay, yeah, this is good, but why are we so hell bent on him? Again, I have my reservation about the player anyway. But I just hope that we as a fan base, we don't turn on him. We support this brother fully. The way we're wanting him to come here, the way we're shouting his name, it's the same that we support this brother when he comes here. Please and please, I use God beg you, man. I don't want no negativity. I know it's football. I know it's, but please and please, no negativity when this brother signs or if this brother signs. And, he needs to adapt. So please, I take God beg on that. Because this is the same thing I see with Kai Havertz. I see with Sterling. I take God back on. Please. That's my piece.
I think the passes that he makes.
Thank you so much. Go ahead, Dales. I'll wait for you to drop. I want to catch up with the chat as soon as possible. Some updates.
The passes that he makes as well. They're world-class passes. They're accurate passes. Is there a midfielder in the squad right now that makes passes like him?
We looked at his statistics yesterday, and again, all the departments, passing, scoring, chance creation, I think he's done better than any player we have currently at the club. Here's the thing, again, I think he improves us. And like you said, when you started talking, he's not that one player that will be the magic one that will solve all our problems. He will be part of the collective group that we're trying to get in to help us solve the problem we have, if that makes any sort of sense to you. But he's an excellent player overall. I think if you haven't, you should go look at his numbers. Let me, again, get a few stuff we have in the chat here. Then I'll go look at the next topic we have lined up. Chelsea, we close the deal. Come to find out again, and we'll look if it falls through. I don't think it falls through. Even if that happens, it doesn't change anything. We'll still have an excellent squad given the players who signed. Enzo is coming to Chelsea. Fanchi Akpan. Akpan sounds like a Calabar man from Niger. I hope that happens. Temidayo, guys, again, stop using more than one emoji and avoid expressing with all caps to avoid cancellation. Yep, from Nightbot. And Nightbot is a machine. It's not a human being. Avoid using, again, all caps and all that. You're legit with your contributions, but let's play safe. Thank you so much for saying that. That's a delicious comment. Todd Boehly's smile is questionable. Where did you see that? Can you share that with me on Twitter? I really would like to share that, if that makes sense. Are you talking from the photo? Okay. Contract offer, again, over 437 years. What? I'm told. He's just been joking that Chelsea have been told to pay Enzo Fernandez 106 million pounds for release clause. The Blues have been speaking about, again, a 112 million deal with installments. Benfica are doggedly, sticking to their valuation. Valuation isn't the issue. Again, a method of payment is where the problem lies. So far, I really admire Boehly for what he's done. He's a true Blues. Again, no wonder Roman chose him as the new owner, and that's not easy. And my bro Iswara here says, again, big up, coach. Yao Zhao, Joao Cancelo going to Bayern. Oh, Cancelo, yeah, again, I saw that too. What a player he is. And I hope you're doing well, Iswara. Please do let us know. I think it's 50-50. Murana says, hey, let's see what happens. We end up making top four. Come on. Again, here's the thing. Let's just say this. Mathematically, it's possible. You don't know what's going to happen. That's how I just want to put it. Let's just put it that way. But I get it. You have every right to say that. It's your opinion. But mathematically, it's possible. Do I think it will happen? I don't know. What I want is, if we don't finish top four, don't finish six, don't finish seven, don't finish anywhere, we'll get any sort of European engagement that's not the Champions League. That's what I'm saying. Joao Cancelo, I realized that was the name you're mentioning. Your phone tried to help you spell, and smartphones ain't that smart after all, or to predict what you want us to say. Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Gallagher are reluctant to leave, especially Loftus-Cheek. I've even made a short video where I talked about where even if clubs want him, the question is, again, would he want to leave? He's always reluctant to leave the club because he loves the club. But I think for his own good, he needs to leave. He needs to go to a club where he gets to play as an 8, because he's excellent as an 8, actually. Fred Moniz, good morning to you. I'm guessing you're a Benfica fan. Any update from you? Would like to pay attention to that if you have time. This show, again, is like breakfast for me. Again, I always wait for it every morning. Thank you so much, Adana Ikigbe Eugene. I appreciate you saying that. That means a lot to us. 1 second here. Let's see what else we have. This one says from Chelsea Blue. Coach, we thought Boehly was mad again, but Pep is a madman. He is in a title race and sending his right back on loan. Oh, yeah. Maybe he doesn't trust him. Not happening. Benfica saying all up again front or nothing.
Coach, I heard they had a fallout. Apparently.
Yeah, and Pep doesn't take nonsense. If you challenge his authority, the next thing he does is let you go. Now, so again, great players also need time and support. Yep, the brother will talk no lie. Let's see what else we have here. Ezra, nice to see you again, brother. He can tackle, shoot, and he has vision with his beautiful passes. His dead ball against a specialist. He will make a Chelsea look so much better in so many ways. He has everything. Again, an excellent player indeed. Again, if you're watching, we're 214 likes. It looks like we're going to make to 300 plus like we did yesterday. So if you haven't, keep smashing the like button and also subscribe to the channel. If you haven't, thank you so much, guys. And yeah, thank you. You guys, you people are absolute legends. My brother Nizam from Blue Class Media. Big up, bro. Hello, my brother. You are rocking the world. Again, greetings to everyone in the chat. Bob, 3 gunshots to you, bro. Again, much love. Again, if you can, please, I can't share the link myself because it will freeze my skin, my screen. If you haven't, please do share the links to your channel so people can go check it out. And if you're watching, you'll see 3 dots by his name. If you click it, you'll see a drop down of list of items. I think amongst them you will see visit channel. Go check out Blue Clouds Media. Be sure to subscribe. Let my brother know I sent you. Thank you so much for all the support, guys. I can't now thank you enough. First visual, it would be risky to sign Enzo without other exceptional players, but we have that covered with the likes of Mudryk, Noni Madueke. Those are 2 excellent creators, but from the flanks. Enzo will provide that chance creation from the central area, helping us diversify our chance creation so that we're more unpredictable than our chances coming all the time from the flanks. That has always been an issue and very predictable too. Let me see again. Somebody saying hello to you. knee, if you can see that. Is still done yet? Not yet. Your name again. Okay, Talent Boy. Rila, nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. Thanks so much for finding the time to join the show. Brother, again, reality is the internet is a toxic place. Oh, say it louder. Again, whether Enzo does well or not, there will be heaps of hatred towards him again. And Chelsea, again, make peace again with it and use it and use proper judgment. I get your argument there, and thank you for saying that. Hello to you too. Royal Majesty, thank you for joining. Any news, again, stay tuned. That's what we're doing today mainly because there hasn't not much is happening except Enzo.
I want to ask you a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you believe that the board members have always been planning this? That Todd Boehly's always been planning to go and do this near to the end of the window and get the other target, because then we had other targets to go get before this situation. Do you believe he's kept the midfielder situation like this because of we had other targets to go get?
There are options. Chelsea is a big entity, and for an entity like Chelsea, they plan it well in advance. They don't just start doing it at the time we start hearing it. We'll hear it at the point where they've made their intent clear or public, or have spoken to the selling club. Or maybe in some cases, again, we get to know about it once the deal is in an advanced stage. So I'm sure they're looking at other targets. Yeah, maybe they were looking at other targets, but decided maybe Enzo is the man. I don't know.
Yeah.
Did that answer your question?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So they don't just jump again into it like that and start talking to players. No, it doesn't work like that. Yeah, but they're doing an excellent job, and we have a good structure. Again, everything is seamless now. The operational aspect of the whole club, you can argue, is excellent at this point, and it's it makes me happy. Just again, and we've signed good enough players for us to do well for the remainder of the season, and even you could say we have good enough squad to win the Champions League.
100%.
It all comes down to
100%.
It all comes down. Yeah, it all comes down to the manager's capability. After all, when we won it in 2012, nobody expected us to do so. Even when we win the last edition before this one, nobody thought we'd be able to do that, but we did. Again, everything. Again, it's determination and all that. Yeah,
we played different from the Champions League to the Premier League. I think it's because some players that we have, like the likes of Jorginho, and who else is there? Ziyech and they suit to the Champions League nights because it's the European opponents that we have. They're suited to opponents and certain games. Like, I don't think they're suited in the Premier League because they don't suit the Premier League that well, how they used to. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, you're very correct. A lot of our players, again, they do well in the Champions League than they do again they do better in the Champions League than they do in the Premier League because it's less physical. Except when you play Porto, that's when you know Champions League can also be as tough as the Premier League because they're a very physical side, and you don't get joy playing against them if that makes any sort of sense. But that's, by the way. Let's see what else we have here. I cannot believe we didn't negotiate Cancelo's transfer. Again, I think he suits your style of play. But maybe Bayern maybe Pep has a better relationship with Bayern than you guys at this time. Get Enzo now and Declan Rice in the summer dream. Let again Chirag Shetty, hope that happens. And Lolo, my friend, by the way, I hope you're doing well.
Coach, I want to ask Ibiza a question. I want to ask Ibiza
go ahead.
question.
Just give me 1 second. Just give me 1 second. I'll come back so you can ask him if you don't mind. Again, get Enzo now. Again, I've read that one. And here's the link to my brother's YouTube channel. And I will pin his link. So go help him again. Support him. I'll pin the link to his channel up there. I hope I see it. Yeah, there you go. I've seen it. Let me pin it there. Make sure to subscribe and let him know. Again, I sent you. Let me see. Replace pinned message. That's it. I have pinned Nizion's again, the link to Nizion's YouTube channel. Please go check it out. Be sure to subscribe and let him know I sent you. He's a good friend and a brother. Is the deal done? Not done yet. We'll get to that in a bit. The Enzo deal still be done eventually. Thank you for saying that, Kamara. It's just a matter of finding a common ground between the two clubs. Also, again, I have not heard anything about that boy. Arsene Ryan. That one, for political reasons, may well not happen as soon as we thought it'd be. Arsenal target Talisman as Caicedo's bid rejected. I don't want Talisman really, as much as I think he's a good player. Since he's played closer to the final for a while now, and he hasn't produced double digits in terms of assist and goal scoring after any season. No, I don't want him. Adedeji Enzo is good, but I want to see him, his performance reaction when he comes. Okay, we all want to see that. Again, let me just say hello to hi to you too, brother. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much. Breaking news: I've made it clear. Enzo Fernandez is not for sale. Okay, thank you so much for saying that. If that's the update you have for us. Oh, Lolo, again, you're not blue. Yeah, Lolo is a Barcelona fan, but he's a good friend and much respected. Hi, coach. Forgive my rudeness. How are you? I'm fine. Don't worry, brother. I understand. Yeah, you're probably not happy that Cancelo went to Bayern. We don't need them. We have better lads. Or do we have again? If Potter failed to manage this team after getting him, and so then I think the next available option as head coach is Mourinho. No, this is not Mourinho's type of project. Easy Tech, not at all. It will be again a match made in hell, if you know what I'm saying. If Enzo Fernandez don't deal to Chelsea, from Legu in Uganda. Nice to see you again, my Legu brother. Eugene, some people come to spaces like this again, poses as Chelsea fans and berate the players. In reality, they're not fans of the club. They just want to cause toxicity among the real fans. Thank you so much for saying that. Yes, keep liking the stream. We're 225 likes. Let's get it to 300 as soon as possible. Thank you so much. Mourinho claims a Chelsea target Osimhen is as good as Didier Drogba. Yep, he's that good, really. Even you could say, he has the potential. He's a beast. Arsenal will sign him in the summer. And let's see, Osimhen, you won't get him for anything less than 90 million pounds again, or euros, because Napoli paid so much for him. Big up to you too.
Coach,
Chelsea and now
we're interested in Osman.
Are we really? I don't think he'd work well for us, honestly. But we get to that. Chelsea are now getting closer, getting more confident about Enzo Fernandez. It's not an easy one, but Chelsea is working on it. Again, a verbal bid was made to match the 120 million release clause up to Rui Costa. The payment structure is the issue. Go ahead. You said you had a question for IBZ. You go ahead and shoot it.
IBZ, what's your thoughts on the ownership? How they've been handling stuff from the summer to now, and that's a question to you, coach, as well.
You know what? Yeah, I can't. Who am I to scrutinize? Who am I to, judge? They've done well. They've done absolutely well. In my opinion, people may differ. The only critique I had of them was my evident critique everyone heard. Was the fact that they sacked people in place to get signings done, which would get you prepared for the season. And they didn't have anyone in place, but it was just them doing all the big shots. That was the only critique I had of them. They've now put people in place that are going to be making those decisions for recruitment. So I don't really have any concerns. I really don't. The concern I just had in my head as I'm walking is just a faint concern. I don't think it will be a big of a concern. But ambitious owners do not always land success. So I would like to think that with the money he's putting in, with the investment he's putting in, he will receive some benefit from that. Because I don't want to be a situation like, I don't know, Farhad Mashiri at Everton, spending money into the club, pouring millions into the club, and no results. So we are at a point of transition. And I would like to think that the transition of investment that poured into this club will suffice results. So no concerns. I'm happy with the ownership. I'm ecstatic. I'm enthusiastic for the future, and I can't wait to see where the next level of Chelsea will be. We're going to end our free sponsorship, and our Wellfin sponsorship will end. So we'll need to bring in more lucrative sponsors that can raise our revenue. But I have no concerns. I'm actually excited for the future, and I hope for the best for all of them. Yeah.
Here's my take. Have they been perfect? No. Maybe from my perspective, again, and we all make mistakes. I think there are things they did that I think they that they would be better off had they done it differently. But the truth remains they've done more good than mistake. Their mistake is actually not up to 1%. Again, that if you're measuring it against what the good they've done. Again, more importantly, they ensured that we have a good structure in place. With a good structure in place, everything, the operational aspect of the club will be seamless. Everything you could use the term that everything has been streamlined properly as they should be, which means again a decision flows through again levels of ranks at the club, and everybody gets involved in the decision making. And one thing that's again so unique about the current structure of the club, again, that's by design. Actually, it's a consortium now. There will never be a time again. The club will say, again, the FA will say, yeah, we're suspending Chelsea because of a single individual. No, I don't think that will happen. It's a consortium that if you're going to be problematic, they'll vote you out. Again, a lot of things. Again, plus, I think, yeah, I'm happy, even though I have some question marks over Potter. I'm happy that they're planning to keep manager for a long term. Yes, we achieved quite a lot under Roman Abramovich. No taking away from Roman. There will never be another Roman. I don't think we'll have any owner that'll be again a fan first again before being an owner.
No, there won't be another.
For Roman, it was never business. But here's what they're doing differently that I like. They're planning to dominate again for a long while. It is never about again hiring, firing managers. And like I said, remember, I have my questions over Graham Potter, but I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Till the end of the season, we'll have enough time to judge them. I think they've done quite well. They've shown, yeah, they're profits focused, yeah, but they understand winning comes first. This is a result-driven business. If you don't win, you're not going to attract big-name sponsors. You get that now. So winning is important. They know that. And they want to start winning in a way that if they start winning, they win consistently for a stretch of time. But under Roman, everything we achieved came again bit by bit. I don't want to say in patches because Roger fought me the last time I said they came in patches. They came bit by bit. This year we win. We'll fire the manager next year. We're not going to win again until another 2 years or 3 years. But they've set it up in a way that if everything fall into place, you see us winning year after year. We dominate England. We dominate Europe, even the whole world, because there's consistency. At least from a managerial perspective. Plus, the long-term contract we're offering players. Yes, it helps us again avoid getting into trouble with authorities such or breaking FFP rules. But in football, if you follow, I know you follow football long enough to know that when you keep a crop of players together for a long time, they can become a well-oiled machine and unbeatable because the bond. Again, the chemistry, everything. Again, I don't know if you understand what my point here. Keeping players together for again a long time, again, it can produce an unbeatable team, really, as long as they're good.
I get that point. I get that point.
Yeah. So again, let me see what else you have here. I'm not going to be reading quite a lot. I'm still again. Yesterday's show was late, but let me try. I don't have too many. If Rui Costa was part of the Benfica team that lost to Chelsea in the Europa League final, we needed to apologize to him. That's funny, really. But I get your point. Yes, people, we're at 232 likes. Keep smashing the like button and also do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Thank you so much. The likes do go a long way. I believe the owners are doing well. The outcry is only from the just outsiders. Yes, I believe this transfer will eventually come good. Yep, again, I believe that. Lolo, I'm sure Lolo is a Barcelona fan, but a very good friend of mine. Newcastle get Conor again. Get Conor could help us in terms of FFP paying outright again for Enzo, and one of their owners know Todd Boehly very well. Despite all the rumors that there's animosity between the two clubs due to the Enzo negotiations and all that, it turns out it all lies. There's still there's mutual respect between the two clubs. It's business as usual. That's by the way again. The Necrenso could both again help each other. Who and who? Those that know each other, possibly. I don't know. Again, I only advise for them to have a clear pathway for the academy players to come and have a good playing time in the first team. I think that's there. I think the only thing they do is to enhance it. But one thing we must learn is that we can't keep all the good players from the academy. You must always find one that wants to become the main guy in the first team as long as the moment they graduate or the moment they get at a certain level in the academy, again, a project, they feel like they've arrived. We don't want that. You always see one player that behaves like that and one, oh, you give me a place in the first team or I'm gone. And usually at that time, you see that you sell them, or if you leave them, they've run down their contract and leave the club on a free. So there's no that possibility for us to keep them all, because I'm saying this, we should get it into our heads that we can't keep all the good players that again emerge from the academy.
Coach,
yeah.
Do you think Jorginho will leave on a free?
Yeah, you could argue that's what he wants, and he gets more money if he lives on a free. And I think the club probably have come to terms with the fact that he's going to leave. And yeah, I think he leaves really. And for him, again, it does him more good than it does the club. He gets a sign-on fee if he lives on the free. He gets more money, and I don't think I've said this a billion times. Actually, I've said it a few months, about 3, 4, 5, 6 months ago. I started saying it that Jorginho will most likely live on a free, because there's no way his agent will come out and say he's considering going back to Italy, say openly, yeah, I did speak with Barcelona, maybe about Jorginho or not. That shows, again, there's no way his agent will come out and be making such statement without Jorginho being well aware of that. And again, plus it's business for all parties involved. It is business for the player. He wants to earn a living. He wants, again, a security for his future. The club wants to, again, when they pay a player, they want to get the value for their money. If you understand what I mean. So yeah, he'd live on a free. What have we seen that justifies, again, these accolades? Is it because overspent on wingers? These owners are yet to deliver anything. But at least from what we're seeing, it is hope. I don't know if you're going to accept that. But that's, by the way, I'm going to scroll to the very bottom. I can't read everything. If I try to read everything in the chat, that's the chance. That's all we do for the end of the day. Shadrach, I haven't said hello to you. I hope you're doing well. So anything else you want to say before we move to again, there's a list of updates there I want us to tackle.
Yeah. You see, with Potter, do you believe that with all these players that we've signed in January, yeah, every single one of them is a Potter type of player? I don't believe so.
Can you repeat that again?
Do you believe that every player that we've signed in January is a Potter type of signing?
No. Listen, the structure has changed. We're not signing a player due to a single individual. The manager will say, again, for instance, again, even the technical director that we have now, he's trained. He's a football mind. He'll look at it and recognize we have a problem in these areas, and then he'll have a conversation with Graham Potter. And then again, everybody, the scouting department, they'll look at their numbers then to be sure we're signing the right player. If that makes any sort of sense to you, it's not about a single individual. I think they work collectively. Like I said, every decision they make, footballing decision, goes through the ranks, the coach, the scouting department, the technical director, everybody. Even they'll look at his medical, his injury records and see if there's a concern. They will consult the medical department, look at for instance, in the case of Madrid, I'm sure they must have consulted the medical department, asking them, he's been injured here, he's been injured there, and he's 9 and he's 20. Do you think that will be a problem? They will look at it and say, no, I think there's something he can overcome before we say, okay, let's pay the money. Something like that. So it's not about a single individual, but Potter does have a say. But it's not down to he wants a player, then they just go for that player. They will look at it to make sure it works. How many people are subscribed to this channel? A show of hands again. Yeah, thank you. Show your hands again. The stats, actually, thank you for asking that question. Does show it again. Nearly 80% that watch this show. Yeah, I'm coming. Just give me 1 second. 80% of those that watch this show aren't subscribed. Yeah, but I'll give them time because usually it takes a while somebody to say, you know what, I like this show, let me subscribe. But I get your point. Please keep dropping the likes. We need 60 more to get it to 300 likes. And if you haven't, do subscribe to the channel. The likes do go a long way. Go ahead. You wanted to say something. Good to hear some new voice on the panel who are prepared to think critically about that. Again, the club is doing. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Go ahead. You were going to say something.
Fabrizio just said that Ed Barley, Todd Boehly, all the Chelsea board members are out in Portugal right now.
Yeah, that's yeah, they want to close it. They want the deal. They want the player. So we're gonna look at some updates we have lined up here. Let's do it. Just give me 1 second. Why is my screen frozen? Oh my gosh, that happens every now and then, but that's fine. Okay, here's what we've looked at. This one here. We've looked at this one. This is from Simon Phillips. No, this is from Simon. This is from Simon Phillips. It says Chelsea have been told to pay Enzo Fernandez's £106 million release clause. Blues have been speaking about a $112 million deal, so they add more to it. But again, Benfica has to agree to our preferred method of payment. A preferred way of paying the money. Again, with installments, Benfica are doggedly sticking to their valuation. Chelsea could go back for Caicedo. Enzo still a priority. So this again, I think is this saying that we still could go back for Caicedo? Does that mean we abandon Enzo and go for Caicedo? I don't know what that really means. And this one here, official again, Charlie Webster has extended his Chelsea contract until June 2024. Okay, just one more year. Probably trying to see, okay, if he gets a chance to play in the first team. Let's see what happens there. Okay, but thank you so much for that update, Liam Lane. And this one here, as reported last week, not impossible. Conor Gallagher leaves Chelsea Football Club. Newcastle and Palace are again two clubs to watch with a view to a loan, or should again 35 to 40 million be offered. Again, Chelsea. It looks like he's saying Chelsea are willing to sell Gallagher. Not pushing for a move, but if Enzo Fernandez is pulled off, there may yet be an opportunity for suitors. I think this aspect, signing Enzo doesn't mean Gallagher leaves. I think I don't think he plays in the same position as Enzo Fernandez. I don't know what to make of that report there. And this is again Vince, my friend. I think he's quoting Fabrizio Romano on Enzo Fernandez. Chelsea are now getting more confident. It's now again an easy one. It's not an easy one, but Chelsea are still working on it. Keep an eye on it again because Chelsea are really optimistic and want to get it. Was that the report you wanted to talk about, Dales?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. So it's a good one. It gives us hope. So we move on. Let me see what else we have in the chat. Again, a lot of what we're going to be seeing here will be, again, contributions from those in the chat. IBC, I don't know if you have anything you want to talk about. All right, give me 1 second. We continue, again, interacting with those in the chat. Some interesting contributions there. And I'll keep my eyes open for any news. If we see anything, be rest assured, we'll talk about it. I also, again, have some reservations about this, the manager, but I believe Potter better get used to how things are unfolding for his own good, because these are good players and every manager dreams to have them. Excuse me. Yeah, sorry guys, I still have a bit of a cough, so I have to excuse myself to cover it up. Yes, if you're watching, if you haven't taken a second to drop a like on the stream and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Thank you so much. I also, again, I've read that one, and this one says, again, please like and subscribe when you enter if you have not, and he helps the channel reach a wider audience. Thank you so much, guys. Have you confirmed Enzo? It's not up to me to confirm Enzo. Again, do you mean if I've talked about it? Yeah, we talked about him. Enzo is all we've talked about near the whole day, if that makes any sort of sense to you. Again, they all gone to Benfica for a lovely finish at there. Yeah, maybe he'll continue to cook him there. But be rest assured, like I said, Again, the moment is done. We will serve it hot. We'll serve it very hot on a plate for you here on Chelsea Perspective. So stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Come on, people. Let's get it to 300 likes as soon as possible. Keep the blue flags flying high. We're 251 likes. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate that. I've been assigned as a moderator. You didn't know? You didn't know. Again, I think Zidane will take over. The big spending is literally eating him up with a lot of pressure. Here's the thing. I don't think Zidane takes over. Zidane will struggle in the Premier League, and I'm going to keep saying that. Let's see. He cannot handle it. You think? I think he can handle it. The good thing about this level of spending is that Boehly has just handed Potter a lot of rope to hang himself. Let's see if that's the case. I think he does well, but he's going to need time. I'm going to come back to the panel. And before I even get you to talk, I'm going to say thank you so much for all the support. Even when you're not on the panel, you take your time, send me quite a lot of updates. And some of them I've created some delicious YouTube shots with them, and they're doing quite well. Some of them I used during the show. So, AD, I want to say thank you, my brother. I appreciate all that. And thank you for finding the time to join the show. I'm going to get your thoughts on everything that's going on regarding our pursuit of Enzo. Where do you think we're at, and what do you think happens?
Big up, Coachy. Big up the panelists.
Big up to you too, brother.
Big up.
Yeah, big up, bro. Yeah, it's very, very interesting. The transfer window is very interesting. I'm very optimistic about this Enzo deal, to be honest. Very, very optimistic. I think they're going to get it over the line. And just as this last comment on the screen saying, the good thing about this level of spending is that Boehly has just handed Potter a lot of rope to hang himself. I mean, there's no excuses now, to be honest. Even if we have to kick on the summer and next season with these set players we are having, the players we are signing. I mean, it's very, very interesting to see what's going to happen. But if Potter can be up to the task, then we are in for a good time, and we're going to see different style of play from the team. I'm very, very excited. It's been a very good window. If this can get over the line, I mean, like somebody has been saying, it will be way up there among the best of the transfer windows we've ever experienced as Chelsea fans.
So I want to ask you, you sound very confident that it's going to happen. Can you tell us why? And why do you think this will most definitely happen? Because you sound so certain.
Exactly. Why it's so certain is, if you will remember the video we saw the last time, Enzo kissing the badge and saying he was going to stay. If you remember, we said that it was just the hype, just to make sure it shows the fans that he's still there, and then for them to still hold out for the money they want to get. Because if he went AWOL, just trying not to play again, or down tooling or something, or not giving the best, it will definitely give the advantage to Chelsea or the suitors, and Chelsea being just the front runner. So, and then why I think he's going to go over the line is if they're not going to sell. I mean, Rui Costa is only been angry because he thought Chelsea had verbal agreement. He came over to the UK and Chelsea were trying to renegotiate the deal and all. But I mean, Enzo has come out now to say he's ready for the move. He's pushing for it. What he hasn't done is to put in a transfer request. So, I mean, he's really pushing. And when he starts pushing, and with what the report coming out, it's just, if you look at the Moises Caicedo one, you see, each time they put in a bid, they said it's not for sale. All they're just to try to get as much money as they can. And Chelsea, from something I read, they said Chelsea were not ready to go back for Enzo this window. But because of the change in UEFA rule about spending, about FFP, have actually forced their hand to make sure they still exploit the loophole of giving long-term contracts. So for them to sign him this time and then still use that loophole to get him in this window. So I think, I mean, I just sent you a link there, then an update which says the board, everybody is involved in this. I mean, if they are going all out for this, it will only be shameful if they cannot get it over the line. And I think they cannot be so stupid to be going over there without getting concrete green lights to go over all the way, flying the board, most of the board, Vival, all of them, they're all involved to get this over the line. So I can only see it going one way, to be honest. It's going to happen. Definitely going to happen. I'll be shocked if it doesn't happen.
Yeah, surprisingly, IBC, who's usually skeptical and advise people to wait until you see the man, you get an official announcement from the club. Even he is very optimistic that this one is going to happen. So, yeah, I believe it's going to happen. Another update from a source, again, shared with me by my brother, Liam Lane. Let's look at that one. Here's the one here. He says, I'm told by a source very close to Enzo Fernandez that huge progress has been made in negotiations this afternoon between Chelsea and Benfica. Clubs now fully expect Enzo to be a Chelsea player. Again, this is a report, but this is no different from everything we've been hearing. I think the only difference, I think this is just the remix here is that both clubs now fully expect Enzo to be a Chelsea player by deadline day. Here's the thing. This is not me saying it's not going to happen, but this is just seems as if you don't pay attention, this is no different from everything we've talked about today. What do you think, IBZ? No, I don't think it's close by his device. But Eddie, let me start with you since you just joined us. What do you make of again what we're looking at here? It's no different from everything we looked at today. The only difference there is just this part that I have highlighted, which is the remix there. But your thoughts on that comment?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I've just said a few minutes ago about it. It's looking likely that it's going to happen because it's just the structure of pay. I think that's what is holding it back. I think Chelsea is going to want to pay over 6 installments, I think, or 5 or 6 installments. So I mean, if that can be done, it'd be good for us. I think it's going to happen. To be honest, I'll be shocked. This is not. There's no other club wanting him this time. Like I heard about Real Madrid wanting him, but they said it won't be until the summer. Other clubs wanting him not. So we are just the only club pushing for him. So I'll be surprised if this collapses. If this falls through, I'll be really, really surprised. I think it's going to happen. It's just a matter of when and not if.
Yeah, it's a matter of when and not if. And again, thank you so much for saying that. IBC, I don't know if you want to add to that. To me, again, this is just a remix of everything we've heard. You could say an overview practically, because this is just somebody probably using it to get more clicks or more subscribers. And people are saying legacy on the line. Some people are laughing. Some are saying again, you've been known to drop so many again. I'm not gonna read that one. But IBC, if you don't want to again, we should just move on from that. If you don't have time for that one, let's just move on from it. Let me get what we have in the chat. And if you have anything else, Eddie, you want to talk about, because this is the only thing. There aren't too many news out there. It has been Enzo. If there's anything else you want us to talk about, you can bring the topic up. But let me see what we have in the chat. This one here, again, the updates. Again, nothing new has happened. We're following it, and rest assured, once we get any updates, this will be one of the first places you hear that. If we get Enzo, that means he will play. I'm not sure what you're saying there. I'm not sure. Maybe you have to refresh this. Good to hear, Enzo. Again, his morning home again. He's coming home. Okay, yeah. What a way to say he's coming home indeed. Give me a mod. Really? Okay. I hear you. Give you a mod, and you've watched you guys for how long? This is seriously hilarious. Again, please bring Zinedine Zidane to Chelsea. And like I said before, let me just again in detail. I don't think Zidane would do well in the Premier League, and I don't think the project will have suits him. If that makes any sort of sense to you. When he won everything he won at Madrid, I think even the worst managers without that club could have won the same thing. He could have, if he wanted, select an 11, take a nap during games, and they still win matches. But let's talk about that really. Eddie, your thoughts on the cost again? Let me start with IBZ. IBZ, your thoughts on the cost for the club to hire Zinedine Zidane?
Sorry, guys. Sorry, I'm just getting you. I'll come back to this topic in a second. Just give me 5 minutes.
All right, no problem. Again, let me start with you. Then I'll go to Deus CFC. Eddie, your thoughts on the cost for the club to hire Zinedine Zidane? Is that something you want to see happen?
Zidane,
No,
he only managed well in Real Madrid because Real Madrid had certain players like Ronaldo. They had like Benzema, Prime, Modric. You know what I'm saying? Varane, Ramos. They had the big dogs. Yeah. Zidane would struggle if he came to England. I believe that he would struggle because the Premier League of pace of the Premier League is different now to how back in the day. Maybe back in the day he would work, but not now. I don't think he would work now.
No, I don't think he'll work. It wouldn't be a good one for us. A good decision. Go ahead, Eddie. Your thoughts on that? The call for Zidane.
yeah, I totally agree with the comments. The last, I didn't get his name. Sorry.
Deals.
Oh, Deals. Yeah, I totally agree with him. That was exactly my own line of thought as well. It wouldn't work. If you watch him as a manager, I've not really been impressed. He's only gone back to Real Madrid twice, and then each time he led to Hakimi leaving. I mean, if you have a young player, promising young right back, wing back, and you let him go because you want to keep the likes of Carvajal and all, that does not bode well. That tells you he's somebody who is interested in the ready-made names, if you want to put it that way. It won't work. I don't see him coming. I will be surprised though. But I'm not in for that. I wouldn't want to see Zidane come to Chelsea.
IBZ.
Yeah, I don't think it will work. IBC will let us know when he's back. Right now, I think he's probably working at the same time. Let me see what else we have here. Again, the players transfer is okay, but what about the coach? Again, as much as I'm going to say this clearly, I have question marks over him about him, but we don't have enough samples yet. The performance of the team has been everywhere since he joined us. So there's a chance he turns things around. We don't know, but let's give him to the end of the season. And like I said, we could talk about him from now to tomorrow. It doesn't change anything. There's a lot of reasons, multitude of reasons why I don't see him being fired again so soon. Ego comes into play because the owners hired him, believing he's the guy, and they would want to say, "Look, we told you, we knew exactly what we were doing when we went for him." Plus, again, the money they have to pay him if they decide to fire him today is huge. Plus, it's hard to get a top manager who'd be willing to take on the project because this is a project and it would take a while before it clicks. Maybe some managers would, given them the big name good players were signed. I think it's gone beyond again. Yeah, let's be honest here. It's gone beyond a team that big name managers wouldn't take on because you have Modric, you have Madueke, Enzo will come in, and there's a chance they get Caicedo too. I'm not sure of that possibility. Getting the two players this same window. I'm coming if you don't mind getting the two players in this window. So I think it's gone beyond a team that a top manager would say they won't take. I think the team is strong enough. A top manager will take it, but then start to integrate the younger ones into the team gradually. Go ahead. You wanted to say something?
Do you believe that Trevor Chalobah will get enough chances now at right back instead of centre back? Because Wesley Fofana is coming back soon, and that will put Chalobah down the pecking order because of Badashile and Fofana and Silva. But maybe, do you believe he's going to get a lot of game time for the rest of the season, Chalobah?
No, I think he gets as much game time as what's his name will get, as Fofana will get. And I wouldn't say Fofana is a better player, actually. They have things that they're better at doing. In terms of ball carrying, give it to Fofana. But in terms of, again, a solid defender, I'll give it to Chalobah. That's just me from my observations. They're both good players. We need them all. They will rotate. Chalobah was excellent. The only time he's been spotless, actually. The only time I've had some concern is that I wasn't sure what's going on behind. There's no telling what went on behind the scene. That he missed out of a few games after the World Cup, even though he trained he trained with the team for the duration of the World Cup, and I didn't think he took a break. So surprisingly, he wasn't starting because I was expecting the manager to mix things up, to have a youth and experience. But the manager went for multiple games went for Thiago Silva and Koulibaly, and with Chalobah on the bench. And when he came in, his performance was awful. But I'm not judging him by that. I just looked at it and I knew something isn't quite right. I'm not sure, but I don't think I wouldn't say he's getting he's not going to get less game time. If anything, they will be sharing the spoils of again the amount of games we have. If you're watching, guys, we need 30 more likes to get it to 300 likes. If you haven't, please take a second, drop a like on the stream and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Thank you so much for all the love you've shown this channel. Come on, Mr. Boehly, this is either now or never. The loophole will be closed again. I'm sure he's well aware of that. Kamara, thank you so much for saying that. Courtney, Zidane is a no-no for me. Again, he's got a prime Real Madrid that even a coach could coach and win the Champions League. And I'm serious, really. Just select the best 11 and take a nap during matches, and then we'll win it, really. It's no joke. Zidane did well in Real Madrid because of the players, his relationship with the club, and the players. Anyone could do well with the crop of players he had at Madrid. Galabet, I like your name. Thank you so much for that. Again, Kuku, Kunle Kunku, my Niger brother, thank you so much for finding the time to join the show. This is the first time in a long time that CFC is making their first trust signing. It's going to be an exciting team to watch from next season. Going forward, again, the club is signing. Again, the club signings will be 1 or 2 per person. Yep, because we've laid the groundwork that will lead to us not spending that much money in the near future. All of the young players we're signing. Caicedo, who's going to loan to the championship. Some other young players too. Enzo was signed today. I hope that happens. Julius Ubewi, you keep saying that. Again, Poch is the right man for the Chelsea job. I could be wrong, but I think Poch is very predictable. His approach to the game is very predictable. I'd rather keep a Potter and give him time than Poch, really. Yeah, Poch is very predictable. In the sense, I don't know how to say this. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's very predictable. I'm not going to go into that. The deal is going to be hard again for the Chelsea guys. Rui Costa only wants 120 million. And I don't think the amount being asked. Fred Moniz, thank you so much. I don't think the amount being asked is the problem. And the issue has always been how we want to make the payment, installments. We want it again paid in a way that it's not going to drag us into problems with FFP or authorities. If that means, but I get your argument. Yeah, we were willing to pay that, but again, how we pay it is a problem. Victor Ogubanja, please, can we stop calling that a condition on the FFP a loophole? It's more of a subtle option for clubs not to flaunt the FFP conditions. Possibly, that's a good argument. Chelsea should go for Zubimendi. It's a very good midfielder. I watch him often. He even played very well yesterday against Madrid. A lot of people have said that, but I don't think I don't think we're looking at him, if that makes any sort of sense. Our coach has sacrificed his career to help build Chelsea. Let's give him again a chance to do just that. I think he would do well. He needs especially we need to support him. But I have questions, and a lot of the stuff I have questions about. I think he's starting to be a bit more pragmatic. Going to win a game, it doesn't have to be pretty and all that. Bring back Jose Mourinho now. I don't think that happens, but I get your argument. I don't think Wesley Fofana will make it at Chelsea because of his frequent injuries. That's some statement right there. Again, don't bring back Jose Mourinho. He's going to sell out players. Just quickly, Eddie, I want to come back to you with this question. The question is, just 1 second. I'm looking at some updates here from my brothers here. Do you think there's that possibility for us to get both Enzo and Caicedo this window? To me, I think it's a no. It's not possible. But what do you think, Eddie?
No, I don't think that's possible, and I don't think it would have been one. If Caicedo was the one, if not for the change of rule for FFP and UEFA, I say they would have gone for Caicedo this window, and then maybe try for Enzo next window. But if it's happening this window, I don't see Caicedo. From all indications, I don't think he's going to stay. I think they're going to sell him as well, and it might be to Arsenal. So I don't see Chelsea going in for him as well as Enzo this window. But at the same time, like I sent you a link yesterday about a Man City fan raising a petition against Chelsea, and I don't know how fans could be so
that's sad, really. But go ahead.
Yeah, Because when Pep took over, I remember Pep signing all players 50 million. It's for 2017 and not 2016, 2017. Nobody raised any eyebrow against them. And if this man is coming now for Chelsea to sign, because if you look the value of the currency now, 50 million then will be nearly 100 million now, or maybe 80 million or thereabout now. So if they were signing 50 million, they signed Walker, they signed, if I can remember, so many players they signed 50. They pushed the transfer window to that mark, signing everyone then for huge amount. Nobody raised any hell, but now they want to say Chelsea are spending too much. I don't know how Chelsea is spending too much. It's not left for them to talk about FFP. These people are not daft. They know how to go around it. If Chelsea signed loads of players this window, next window, they might not sign anybody. 2 windows down the line, they might not sign anybody. So that spreads out. So it's not as if they're gonna keep spending 400 million every transfer window. So those of them that are bothered about Chelsea buying players this window and being afraid about, let it be her problem, not their problem. If FFP is going to come, I don't see this board as a board that will say they don't know how to balance the books and make sure they don't fall into the trap of FFP. And I like the comment the other somebody made on the chat saying, don't call it a loophole. You know, it's there for everybody to explore if you know you want to use it. I was listening to somebody on TalkSport, Simon Jordan, the former owner of Crystal Palace. And he was actually breaking this down about why would UEFA go into this extent, because it was, I don't understand the football terms he was using, but he was trying to say that if Boehly is giving a player 7.5-year contract, it's a big risk as well, because a player could be off form, a player could get injured, you're stuck with the wages for about 7.5 years. So it's not as if it's not only one side. So why are they looking at it as if Chelsea just giving them long-term contract? It could fall, it could come back to haunt us, like. But they are willing to take this risk and offer. Why? What is their problem? And it gives this player security of long term, saying, okay, I can plan my life.
Let him drop IBZ.
That I can plan my future.
Ahead, we waiting for you to drop.
It's just like somebody being in a job and you don't know when they're going to sack you. How do you plan? But now, if he's ready to give them 7.5 years, this player knows I can plan my future. So UEFA is they're just jumping into things they're not supposed to jump into, because it's just about Chelsea. They just want to make a statement. Some people are not happy. Oh, we have to come. What did they do about PSG? What did they do about Real Madrid when they were signing big players then? What did they say? Why did they not quickly change the rules? Like, because Chelsea is now, the rules have been there for so long, and these people have decided it's a big risk as well. And this man was explaining on TalkSport, saying the value of a player depreciates every year. He was using football terms, which I don't really understand. But he was saying it's a risk. When you sign the player now, it drops, the value drops, and then the payment as well you have to make, it drops with the value, and then you have the wage burden on you to pay over 8.5 years, over 7.5 years. So I don't understand all this talk about Chelsea, all of it. They don't just want this football club to do well. That's just the bottom line.
Yeah, go ahead, IBC, if you can still come in now.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, you're right, bro. You know, last week I was pushing for a segment on Simon Jordan's take on UEFA changing the rules by September for 5 years maximum, and he said exactly what you said. Whose gift is it? It's our gift. It's our gift, and it's our risk. UEFA, it's funny how UEFA want to up and change the rules once they found out Chelsea are using the rule books to its benefit, but it's our risk at the same time. So I believe it's just a bit of hatred. Hatred is a harsh word. I think it's a bit of financial hatred towards Chelsea's long pockets and their reach in the game, and they feel Chelsea may take it to a place where no one can match. So they want to. Well, in this case, we'll see how this pushes forward. Me personally, I don't believe this new mandate they want to push through will go ahead. I believe there'll be so many lawyers, so many sports lawyers that will go into this and say, hey, UEFA, no buckle, stop right there. Yeah? That's what I believe in it. I just believe UEFA are trying to exert some sort of authority, which they can't do. No. What? You're going to exert the cap of players to sign in a Premier League club, not just Chelsea, any Premier League club. It's 5 years, just because of the fact that we found a way or we used the rule book to our advantage over a one window. Get out of there, man.
Exactly.
That's why I see it.
Exactly.
That's why I see it. But we move in it. In the case of, I just interjected based on that point, and I wanted to just agree with that. But you asked me some questions before I had to kind of head off. What was it? Sorry.
I don't remember really. I don't remember. Was it Dills that asked you a question? I don't remember really.
Sorry, sorry, I wasn't there. You see, I was.
No, I understand, but I don't remember. If I do, I will ask you definitely. But I think it was Dills that asked you a question. Yeah.
Yeah, IBZ.
It wasn't
yes,
me.
brother.
You see the money that we received in the summer, yeah, out of all the players that we sold, yeah. People forget that we sold a lot of players in the summer. That's how we're getting our money as well.
Yeah, no. Couple left for free. Who did we sell for big change? Remind me. I don't really remember. Who was it?
I swear that we sold Rudiger for money. Did we sell Rudiger for money?
I'm free of charge.
No, we didn't sell him for money. We got to
No,
a stage
Rudiger
we
went
couldn't
for
reach
free.
an agreement.
What, Timo Werner?
He went for money. He went for money.
I think Timo
Werner had to leave for his son's sake.
Yeah, after that preseason game against Arsenal, yeah, he had to leave. Yeah. I think Timo was the only one we kind of got peas for. I don't know about Lukaku. I think was there any sort of fee that Inter Milan paid for this loan? Maybe, but I think it's just a full cash injection they have given Graham Potter. Like, he ain't got a budget. They probably had a budget for Thomas Tuchel, and they probably even touched that budget yet. Like, the budget for the year, maybe, I don't know, I'm just giving an example, say 200 million. Yeah, let's say they probably spent a fraction of that in the summer, and allows them to have more. Plus, I don't know, Boehly might have put another injection of money for the transfer budget that allows them to go and spend the way they're spending now. I don't think it's a like for like though. I don't think it's because player sells there, we got the money. No. I believe we will have money regardless.
Yeah.
Regardless. Even if we didn't buy anyone or we sold and we bought, no, regardless, we still got the peas. I don't think it's anything to do with that, but the fact that Donny needs to invest. He's seen that the club at now is not where it's supposed to be, and we need to bring in quality so we can save the season. That's what I think is going on. If it's not the case, if we were doing well, if we were touching Arsenal right now in the league, looking at clearing the top of the league, I don't think the investment in January will be like this. I think it will wait till the summer. But yeah.
Yeah, again, Amari official says news again, Enzo Fernandez craves a Chelsea transfer, but angry Benfica ready to double the cost. I don't think doubling the cost matters if Chelsea are willing to pay the buyout clause. If they don't, correct me if I'm wrong. Benfica said if Chelsea wants Enzo will have to pay. Again, Enzo will have to pay his 120 million release clause himself. Just one second, I'm coming. They won't budge on the installments situation. I think it's something like that. American, you're doing well with your rumor. No, I think it's being truthful because we have some updates to look at here, and he's a Chelsea fan too. Are we signing Enzo, please? Yeah, I think it's gonna happen no matter what we're hearing now. Angry opposing fans, please go and focus on your clubs. We Chelsea fans don't need your opinions. Go ahead. What were you saying?
The smart money deals here, like Badashili for 35 million. I like them sort of deals that we're trying to do, and them type of deals are the smart money deals, because if you look at for instance in the past when we spent money 40 million on Bakayoko, that wasn't spent well. That wasn't spent well on the right scouting. Whereas Badashile, he was scouted properly for 35 million. Not bad. He's not been a bad signing so far, has he?
No, he's not. It's looking like more of the guy again of the younger defenders we have that will seamlessly again take on that Thiago Silva leadership mantle in the defensive line. And I like that. He's an intelligent player. Intelligence predominantly is one of those things that define his playing style, and I like that. Which means he will last as a footballer. But that's why with some updates here, let's try and get them as soon as possible. Okay, I'd like us to start from here. Just to focus on Enzo is for this window. I am led to believe Chelsea would maybe not focus on him as much in the summer. David Armstrong, the athletic reports. Okay, that makes sense. This one here says again, Benfica boss Roger Smith on Enzo Fernandez. Enzo is our player, of course. He gets the full support from us. He's a great person and a player. And I said everything about that topic. Again, as long as the transfer window is open, you will always have to expect that something can happen. So I think probably that's an admission that there's a chance he leaves. But that doesn't in any way say, again, he's certain that the player leaves this window. And before we continue, guys, I want to say thank you so much again for all your support. We have how many? We have 290 likes already. 10 more to get it to 300 likes. I think we'll reach there with even more cushion. Even if we end now, we still get there. This one again, we've gone through this one. Have we? Benfica boss again, Enzo is our player. Yeah, we've taken care of that one. And this one here said Benfica boss Rosa Schmitz on Enzo Fernandez. We all know that we have a situation with Enzo. Yeah, clearly talking about Chelsea's interest in the player and the negotiation, ongoing negotiations. That he has a clause in the contract. So that means if the player wants again, once and there's a club who pays this amount of money, you cannot stop that. Yeah. So this is important. And again, but as much as this is important, if we pay that money, you cannot stop Enzo. They cannot stop Enzo from leaving. The issue has always been how we're comfortable paying the money. They want it paid right away. We want to pay in installments so we can avoid breaking FFP rules, if that makes sense to you. And this one, again, from Pice, and this was how many minutes ago? 5:27. Yeah, about 30 minutes ago or so. It says Benfica are still resisting the sale, even though Chelsea offer matches release clause. Here's the thing. This highlights again, paying the release clause isn't the issue. The problem has always been how we want to pay it, because they have no option to let go. But we have to, again, I think we have to, if we're able to pay everything the way they want it, they have no option. They have to let him go. But we're trying to find, again, common ground in terms of how we want to pay the money. Enzo has told Benfica he wants to move to Chelsea. And I'm saying today is the day he snaps, really. If we're willing to pay the money, no matter how we want to pay it, if they're refusing to sell, at one point the player snaps. Roger, I want to welcome you to the panel. Greetings to you. It's afternoon there already, I know. I hope you're doing well. Your thoughts and everything that's been going on. Again, if you want to come in from what we just read, up to you. But more importantly, I hope you're good.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. How are you, sir?
Big up, Roger.
Can't complain. Good afternoon.
Hi, Roger.
Excellent panel. I'm missing my brother Bobby, sadly, but excellent panel.
Yeah, we finished late.
Yes.
So probably, and I suspected as much. You probably need a long nap because I kept you guys.
Indeed. But it was an excellent show last night. I could not agree more with everyone. Eddie, you make some great points. Regarding this term loophole, I did indeed listen to and watch the Simon Jordan episode, and I brought that up a few days ago. It's not a loophole. A loophole would be going outside of the realm of a contract, like if we extend it to 50 years, where you exceed the actual playing career or length of a player's career. So that would be a loophole. Going from a 2 to a 4-year contract, which is the norm, that is not a loophole. Kepa was on a 7-year contract, is on a 7-year contract. Barcelona have done that multiple times because you're picking youth players, young players, and you're saying that we believe you're our future and we believe we can offer you a 6, 7, 8-year contract, but that is it within the realm and possibility of the length of their career. Therefore, it's not a loophole. That's what I wish to say about that. It's merely they're extending it beyond the norms. That's all they're doing. That is not technically a loophole. So I agree with you, Eddie. And I said this, I believe, yesterday or the day before. It's basically people being pedantic that do not agree with what we're doing. People, and I'm talking about fans and possibly other clubs, they fear us because we have financial wait now, and we have a project, and it seemingly seems that we are going to sign far more than I anticipated this window. And it looks like that they're going to put the ball in the coaching staff's court and say, you now have the prerequisite amount of quality players. Now, please gel with them and put on a successful product on the field. And this is what needs to transpire. I still think, regardless of who the manager is, I still think that even no matter what happens this season, I believe this team needs to when I say weed out, that's a really rude term. This team needs to sell the players that we do not require going forward this upcoming summer window, and then proceed until next Christmas. That will give us a true indication, a true litmus test of where we stand as a team, and more importantly, as a squad. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, thank you so much again. You took your time to listen to us, and you're more like the supervisor coming in to summarize everything we talked about. But well done, Roger. Well done, my friend. I appreciate that. And my brother, by the way. Eddie, I want you to talk about this again. Amari again, official, saying that they get more money in the summer. Is that the case, really?
Who's they?
Benfica will get more money in the summer if they don't sell this window. Is that the case?
No.
I don't believe so.
Go ahead.
I don't believe so. I don't believe so, because the summer, anything, say, it's so dangerous for them to play that game.
And just quickly, the logic is then you have more suitors.
Yeah, but if you have more suitors, I was listening last night to Rogers. I think Rogers was actually saying something. This is a player that has only been there for 6 months. He's only been there for 6 months, and he had a good World Cup, but because I think it came from the fact that he became the young player of the tournament, he won the prize for that. And then, I mean, it could be a risk for them. A player that started very well for them could have a bad end to the season. And if they don't sell him now, it could affect him. His performances could dip. And when the performances dip, you can't be asking for price. So it's kind of difficult for them to say, oh, we're turning that now because we believe it's going to be exceptional and it's going to be more suited for him and all. And then it comes down to, okay, the release clause is there, because what we read was they were trying to give him 2 million, something for loyalty, and then try to adjust his release clause. I was something like that along that line. Say they wanted to adjust his release clause so that they jack it up to from 120 million euros to 150 or something. So, but if they say they want to take that, I don't see, honestly. You see, this deal is going to be the transfer day deal that will give all the headlines. It's going to take the headline tomorrow. I can tell you for that. I'm very, very optimistic about the deal going through. I have no doubt at all. Because when the player comes out now, from all indications of what we are hearing, saying he wants to leave, it's difficult. And watch out for Moises Caicedo. Moises Caicedo is going to end up making the move. But Moises Caicedo's situation is not as clear-cut as Enzo. Because Moises Caicedo, we know Brighton, for what they are, they can afford to keep him. He's got 2.5 years on his contract. And they might decide to just want to wait and see. His one is not as clear-cut, as I said, as that of Enzo. But if Benfica thinks they want to play that game, well, it happened to, if you watch other players, there was hype around. Even when, who was that player? There was this player, I forgot now. When every hype was on him, they wanted to sell huge money. It's not always worked out that way. If a player is needed and a club like this is willing to pay the full payment, I mean, there's only one thing for them to do. And when the manager, from the comments the manager just said, when the manager comes out saying that he's a player, when they made the release clause, things are happening behind the scene. We can't be privy to all these things. The deal is happening. I'm telling you that. I'm 100% now. I'm going to say, yes, this deal will happen. There is not when the manager comes out saying, oh, I love him to stay, but when the club meets the release clause, we can't stop him and blah, blah, blah. When those vibes start coming out, something is definitely cooking. And we're going to hear it, and it's going to be the transfer day story. It's not going to happen. We're not going to hear anything today, but tomorrow is going to be the deadline day. You know what? They always end up with deadline day. Sky Sports will be involved in it and everything. It's just part of the story. Say, oh, let it be the deadline day transfer. So we're going to wait. Tomorrow is going to be the day. I believe strongly.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Roger, you wanted to add something to
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it's a done deal. No pun intended, but it really is. It's 99% done. The only way that this deal does not get completed is if Enzo backs out. Because if Chelsea drop down and actually, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? That basically utilize the release clause, then Benfica is out of the equation. It's as simple as that. Then it's up to the player and the buying team. The selling team has actually stipulated
Here's where the problem lies, Roger, but I'll let you drop. Go ahead. When you drop, I'll let you know where the problem is.
No, it's the structure. The only thing that is left to determine is the structure of the contract. And obviously, if it is
the payment structure.
Yeah, exactly. It's the financial structure of a contract, the terms, if you will. And by doing this, by agreeing to that, if they do indeed initiate the release clause, then I'm not sure whether it's with the Portuguese government, UEFA, or the club about the taxes. Can they extend it, amortize it over X amount of years, or does it have to be paid within 1 year? So that's the only thing left to determine. I believe I've heard that it can be spread over several years. Other than that, but Benfica is out of the equation, pure and simple, by definition of a release clause, which is what I thought. And for the last couple of days, there was some query to that, and that's what I said. The clue is in the name of of the clause, release clause. It's simple. So it requires 3 parties for a transaction, assuming that there's not a loan, that there's not other players that like in baseball and football, where you can have 4 or 5 clubs in a deal just for 2 or 3 players if there's no swap deals. And I've seen that before. So assuming we have just a normal transaction like we are having, then it's quite simplistic. It's not that complicated. It's all about the terms and structure.
Yeah, and that makes it difficult because, the authorities who would have said, okay, they've met the buyer clause, now let him go, they're going to say you have to pay them the money.
Benfica can't do a thing.
It's up. Yeah, it's about also kind of finding an agreement with Benfica regarding how we want to pay. What we read shows we're actually willing to pay more than the buyer clause, as long as they accept what we are proposing in terms of payment. And the beautiful game, you're fired, man. We were looking for you last night during the evening show, and somebody specifically, I think it was Lolo. Yeah, it was Lolo that said, "Where is the beautiful game? We looked for you. We had fun, and you missed out." So yeah, your loss. A beautiful game says the players and managers have been issued with long-term contracts for years, but as soon as Chelsea do it, they want to change the laws. Again, Chelsea should run for parliament. Pick up all. I know he'd ended with something like that. Anybody wanted to say something else? I'm going to try and catch up with what we have in the chat. There's quite a lot there, really.
Yeah, he nailed it. It seems that way, doesn't it? It really does.
Bobby will like this particular comment there, but go ahead, Roger.
Yeah, it really does. He summed it up. It's, I don't know. We can't do anything correctly in the eyes of. It's just, listen. People are scared, and so they lash out, whether it's fans or teams, and this is what we're seeing right now. I think they're worried. They're genuinely worried, our opponents, and that seems to be the case.
Yeah, they're worried again, and that's why I was getting a lot of hatred from them. But we're good, really. I think once I start seeing the hatred, it's a good sign for me. If you get what
Indeed.
I mean. Yeah, I hope so. Again, a famous Nigerian musician, Two-Face Idibia, said, "If nobody talks about you, then you're nobody." If a lot of people talk about you, then you're doing something right. Then you're somebody indeed, if that makes any sort of sense to you. And I want to say thank you guys again for 301 likes. Let's push it. Let's add some cushion to it. We have still some time to go before the show ends. This was again. There's something I want to ask. Again, are we the first to contract a long term? Yeah, I think probably you've heard the answer to this particular question you're asking here. It seems again it hasn't been done before in the EPL. It has been done. Are we the first in the EPL? No, I don't think so.
No.
Are we really?
No. Are you talking about long-term contracts? Not at all.
Yeah, that's what he's referring to. Yeah.
Not at all. No. Listen, Kepa a few years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, was given a 7-year deal. Other teams have done it. Managers, Newcastle's manager, what's his name? I always forget his name. 7-year deal, sacked in the first year.
Alan Pardew.
Pardew, how can I forget him? Yeah, so contracts really don't mean anything for all intents and purposes. Even though they have legal implications, it's especially for managers. It's not worth the paper it's written on. But no, it's been done. Barcelona have done it. Many other teams have done it. It's just the fact that we are doing it implicitly, and we're doing it extensively. That's just it. We're not just doing it on a one-off. We're obviously doing it with an intent to amateurize the term of the contract, extend it over 4 to 5 years, which is the average length. But we haven't done it over 30 to 50 years, which exceeds a player's career length. So therefore, it's not a loophole. But that's sad actually to see this transpire.
Yeah, it's sad indeed. Thank you for that question there. Let me see what else we have. And Delovu, what if Enzo gets injured soon after this window closes? How much will it be next summer? I think Eddie already talked about that. Anything can happen. So there's no way guarantee he goes for a higher price in the summer. It's just all speculations or what we think will happen, but that's no guarantee that such happens. Please like and subscribe, guys. At 310 likes, you people are absolute legends, and I cannot thank you enough. Thank you for all the support. Again, let's see how far we can go. 310. That's not easy. Keep liking the stream and also do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. 300 likes. Here we go. That's a tap-in from the Bluetooth again. That's a tap-in right there. I know.
Seriously, Coach, it's important that we get greater exposure so the rest of the world can hear Bobby's hair washing stories. It would be... I love you, Bobby.
Yeah, and the Bluetooth game suggested heads and shoulders.
Yeah,
we know that.
I forgot.
Vote with your feet is agreed again by Chelsea's disrespectful approach to signing Enzo. Benfica say they will not accept. You're lying. And for that, I'm not gonna read your subsequent comments. Really, nothing disrespectful there. We heard before that everything that's been said regarding how what did Julius Armour do? I want to know. What did Victor Ogbubanjo, what did he do? I want to know really. Please, I don't want to see anybody as abusing their powers as a mod now. I want to know what Victor Ogbubanjo did. Please do let me know. What did he do that he was taken off the channel? Please, I want to know. Yeah.
Are you talking
Julius, you're in the chat. Yeah, Julius, if you're in the chat, can you let me know what Victor Ogbubanjo did that you had to ban him? I really want to know. Okay, here's the thing. What I'm going to do, again, I'm going to unmod quite a lot of people and remod them because there are levels to the moderator power so that everybody don't have the power to, again, remove somebody entirely from the channel. I think that's a huge risk, really. I don't know if that was a mistake. But if you're watching Julius Armour, I really want to know what Victor Ogbubanjo did that you had to remove him from the channel. Please, I want to know as soon as possible.
I think that's a good idea, Coach.
Yeah. It says the deal done. It's not done yet, but we're on it. Again, Dan Parsons, he's coming. They are determined, and we have to do it this window. Benfica and Rui Costa cannot block it if we meet the release clause and pay them how they want the payment received. That's important. That aspect is important. We need to push up this window. We need to get it done as soon as possible. Let's again, it's the deal done. It's not done yet. Again, latest 120 million offer matches release clause. but paid installments. Benfica said they will not sell. Again, offer midfielder new financial terms to match Chelsea proposal. Okay, let's see what happens. I'm optimistic that this Enzo deal will be finalized again today, but will be announced tomorrow. The fear of the unknown has been eaten into all the teams. They are worried. They're worried about us. That's just the truth. Again, latest 120 offer matches. Yeah, I've read that too. Fabregas was on 7-year deal at Arsenal. Really? Yeah. I didn't know that. Chelsea boy, thank you for that. Real Madrid bullied everyone again financially, being a state sponsored for decades, and on all of a sudden they're crying because we are upsetting the trend again. To keep disrupting Chelsea. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, again, and nobody said that. That's important too. They're state sponsored, and nobody said anything about that. Now we're spending our own money. Now it's a problem. I cannot wait to see Enzo again at Chelsea squad in the Chelsea squad this season. His best player. This is Abraham Guy from South Sudan, Africa. Welcome to the show, my Niger brother. Be sure to subscribe and tell others about the channel. Thank you so much. You're not gonna. How many times are you going to say this? I've seen that. I've seen it. How many times are you going to say it? I am so shocked to see again all the teams mourning about how we go about our business. Yeah, in this club again. I'm certain that if opportunity is given to opposition teams, they do the same. Yeah, certainly. Again, he better not sign any deal with Benfica. There's no World Cup to sell his talent ticket. This is this is hilarious, and I like it. I like it. If he signs anything, he might retire Benfica. Savage of again, lives you're perfect. Because there's something Bobby talked about yesterday, something cheeky they did. They wanted to pay him 2 million euros as compensation for not joining Chelsea, but then increase the buyout clause to something close to 150 million. So, Roger, can you talk about this now? Because this is important. Again, but he's not stupid. He has agents who tell him, "Don't do it. Don't just don't do it." What your thoughts on this, Roger?
Yeah, that's a little bit underhanded, I believe. That's disingenuous, to say the least, for them to do that. So they've realised that, well, they didn't expect him to do this well in a World Cup, obviously, when they bought him. Otherwise, they would have put the release clause at 150 or whatever the price may be. So the fact, listen, there is a World Cup tax on him, and there's also a young player of the tournament tax on him. And I think most experts, from what I've seen, have stated this is the window with which Benfica can, monetarily speaking, profit on him the most. Whereupon next summer's window, regardless of how many teams would be interested, will not, in all likelihood, wish to spend or reach that release clause. So it behooves Benfica to actually, you would think, because of a long-standing relationship going forward, for them to actually meet halfway at the very least Chelsea in the structure of this deal. So I just thought that was very underhanded of them, and this shows their intent, doesn't it? This really struck me the wrong way. I thought this was not a very gentlemanly thing to do. I thought it was underhanded, if anything. So I wouldn't be pleased if I was a Chelsea executive going for this meeting, because this shows their true intent. By the way, we should also... We should also...
You know what
sorry, I just want to say one thing. I'm sorry, sir. I think we should also temper our expectations for Enzo going forward. You know, we shouldn't expect him to be creating 3 to 5 goals a game and getting a brace or a hat-trick. I
told them this already. I said this already. Yeah. They are going to expect that of him. Our fan base is fickle like autumn leaves.
Oh, yeah, indeed.
Same way they're dragging him to come. I could put my house on it.
No, I agree.
That then in 3 months' time, if he signs, by March, if he is not pulling up numbers, there's going to be an agenda against his brother.
Listen. Let him drop. Dales, let's talk one by one, please. Let him drop.
Yeah, man. Well, so what I'm saying is that the level of patience that needs to be exercised for this brother. I don't want to hear no ill will chat from no one towards this guy. He needs a year at least to settle in before I hear anything from anyone. If not, I'll draw my conclusion that everyone here, Glory supporters that started EST supporting Chelsea in 2021, that will be my be all and end all if I hear any slander towards this brother if he comes, because he ain't kicked the ball yet and the money's high, but the expectations we have as Chelsea fans, we'll do it to Sterling, we'll do it to Kai Havertz, we'll do it to this brother Enzo Fernandez. So please just exercise patience, bro. Please. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, that's an important one. Go ahead. You wanted to say something, Deus?
This is funny, blood. Apparently, Man City want to buy Ben Chilwell.
Where did you see that?
I see it on PYS. PYS has tweeted it.
Really? Okay. Let them give it a shot. That's the chance. I don't think we'll sell him. I know he hasn't played for a while, and he seemed a bit
There's
shaky
no
when
chance
he
we sell
returned.
him. There's not even a conversation. That conversation ain't even been made, bro. Trust me.
Yeah. Let's see what happens there.
You know,
Rachel, you want to add anything? Yeah, go ahead.
You know,
Go ahead, Eddie.
they let João Cancelo. João Cancelo is joining Bayern Munich. So it could be them trying to see.
So here's what I think. Yeah, here's what I think the deal is. The deal is he goes to Bayern Munich. They bring Pedro Porro from Sporting, in which that deal with Benfica collapsed. I'm sorry, with that deal with Tottenham collapsed. Sorry.
Yeah, that collapsed. Yeah,
that deal collapsed.
Who gets Pedro Porro?
Yeah,
Man
the deal
City.
didn't go through.
It might be a Man City go for Pedro Porro, letting Cancelo leave. The deal with Pedro Porro to Tottenham collapsed, opens the door for Manchester City. Makes sense. Pedro Porro goes to Manchester City. He's been on their books since he was a youngin. He's on their homegrown quota. So that twist may lead there. I'm just putting the dots together now, and it just actually making sense. Yeah, so I believe that's the case. Pep will be foolish. He'll be stupid enough. It won't be stupid enough to sell someone on a year that he needs to, bring the big ears on to sell someone as influential as Cancelo, not bringing someone. Even still selling him now in January is a bit about what are you doing? But he's the man to make those decisions. So yeah, it's their business. But yeah, I think that's gonna happen. I don't think we'll sell him. I don't think Chilwell goes to Manchester City. But I think
I don't think it will happen. I think we'll still keep Chilwell. Yeah, but let me catch up with what we have in the chat. And again, there's a quick update I want to touch up on in a bit. Please, it's Enzo Fernandez. Enzo, really? I think it's looking likely. Let's see what happens. I mean, comparing him, okay, is he really it? Okay, whether he's that good. Comparing him to players like Rice, the Brighton guy in Bellingham, asking from an honest POV peoples, please. No, he's different from all these guys you mentioned. Rice is a more defensive-minded player, and Rice is not as technically gifted as Enzo Fernandez. The Brighton guy, you're talking about Caicedo, you could argue more defensive, but Enzo, his numbers in terms of defensive contributions isn't. I think he emerged as the best at the World Cup. Correct me if I'm wrong, or was it last season? I'm not sure. Who is again? Bellingham is different. These are different again players with different styles of play. The only person that I would have, if you bring the two of them and say take one, I would take is Nicola Barella of Inter Milan. But we want him. But the rumors are we only go in war favorite if he wants to leave Inter Milan. He doesn't look like he wants to leave Inter Milan. That's the only player I would say between the two. Which should I take now? Because they're two excellent creators, excellent technically, excellent in terms of passing range, passing ability, and all that. Go look at Nicolas Barella, look at his statistic, and then you understand what I'm saying. But that's, by the way, we'll move on from that one. Let's see, like and subscribe. let's see what we have here again. Like the video, guys. It says my brother Matthew Lee Benjamin. Big up, bro.
Coach.
And
Coach.
yes.
Barring Kante, yeah. Who do you believe that is the best partnership towards and with Enzo Fernandez? Barring Kante being
in the team currently?
Yeah.
Second best from what I've seen from him will be Dennis Zakaria. But unfortunately, I think we need to the end of the season to see whether he stays fit. A lot of, again, one niggle there, again, one knock there, fitness issue. There's no guarantee we'll keep him. Except if he comes so cheap that would look at him and say, you know what, let's just keep him. He will be, again, a good to have player for us. But first of all, I want to take this moment and say thank you. Thank you to everyone that in the chat that's watching, even those that are watching that, again, are not able to participate in the chat, but drop a like on the stream. We are at 324 likes, and that's excellent. That's the best way. I think that's the best we've ever done for the Blue Morning Show. Yesterday, we went to 387 likes, but thank you, guys. I hope that answered your question, Dale. I want to catch up with the chat. The closest is Dennis Zakaria, but the question is, is he going to stay fit? And I don't think the club will be in a hurry to make it permanent. But that's, by the way, Cancelo has fallen out with Pep. That someone else did say that. I think that may well be the case. And much love to you, brother. We missed you again in the evening yesterday. Probably time zone. You were probably enjoying your sleep at that point. Well said again on the patience. This new team is a future and needs time to bed in. And once they bed in, believe me, they will be unstoppable. If that makes sense to you. If Chelsea don't get Enzo, he will know Benfica let him down. I think he will snap. He's been professional, again, as most people argued, probably because the transfer window is still open. If the transfer window is shut and he doesn't get this move, I don't think Benfica will give him anything close to what he'd be earning at Chelsea, if that makes sense. Again, any potential deal that mods Swansea is fine by me. Yeah, I don't know what happened for their pursuit of Porro, but I get your argument there. Bigger brother, thank you for saying that. Chelsea, after, again, a diamond player in Enzo, again, he could walk into any side in the Premier League. Arsenal wouldn't want him, again, would want him here. Arsenal would want him, Man United. But these guys, they have other priorities. Rice in the summer, to me, I don't think, I'm going to say this again, I've said it a million times, I don't think Graham Potter plays with a traditional DM. I don't think Rice for Chelsea makes sense right now. Maybe if Mourinho was our coach or Antonio Conte, fine. But let's see what happens. If the club wants him, who am I? I'm nobody, really. Please, again, keep liking the stream. 332. There's a chance we get to 350 by the time the show ends. So thank you so much. And keep subscribing. We're reaching 10,000 subscribers soon. Right now, we're at 9,391 subscribers. And you people are absolute legends. And we're there because we work as a team. It's not about the panelists. It's not about, again, those in the chat. It's about us. That's why, again, the Chelsea Perspective community is growing. We love each other and we learn from each other. So thank you so much. Happy Blue Afternoon, Coachella, the panel and chat. Same to you, DJ. So big up to you, brother. Again, gunshots for you. But much love. I thank you. I appreciate you finding time to join. Remember, everyone, to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Thank you so much. And saying hello to Liam Lane. Some updates I want us to look at here. Just give me 1 second. I have to cough. Some updates I'd like us to look at here. Just give me 1 second. We'll get to it in a bit. Is that the one here? Not that one there. I think this one in particular. Let me be sure I have it open here. Okay, we're gonna get to that in a bit. Give me 1 second. Yeah, we have about how many minutes? Let's say about 24 minutes to round up, but we can get a lot if anything happens. Like I said, once I drop my boy off to school and come back, the next show begins because this is more like, again, a watch. Yeah, it's a watch indeed. So let's look at what we have. Yeah, we have this, the government. This, I want to start, Roger, with this one. The government is close to handing over 2.3 billion of proceeds from Roman Abramovich's Chelsea sale to a foundation for Ukraine. Again, but must seek a final EU approval. The final paperwork is being completed. this is good, really. Again, we want peace there, but the people are really suffering. They need this. So kudos to Chelsea. That reminds me of something I read a while ago.
I don't want to add a spanner into the works, but I felt a bit of slap on the face when there was a Channel 4 report that spoke to some Ukrainians that said they felt a bit uncomfortable with the amount of black people and Arab people they're seeing in their vicinity. But you know, there was shellings and bombings, but we move.
Yeah, we'll move again. We're not here to talk politics really again, but you get my point. I understand your point. I've seen some clips myself, but let's not get into it. It's everywhere, even in the United States. Again, I'm not going to get into it, but that's, by the way, what I'm saying, this is good for the people that are suffering. And again, what do you think, Roger? And this reminds me of something I read a while ago, how Stamford Bridge was used as shelter for Belgian refugees during World War II. I think I can say I'm proud of this club. And what IBC mentioned is important too, but we're not here to talk about that. And I'm sure, again, other platforms that are dedicated to such topics will be talking about that.
Sure, I think it's a valid point, but listen.
Go ahead, Roger.
Listen, I can't imagine where I live. I live in West London, Ealing, and I couldn't imagine being occupied, you know. I just couldn't, you know, or being in war, period. You know, I asked my grandparents when I was very young, obviously, and I asked, why is your generation has such a small divorce rate compared to modernity? And they basically said, because when you wake up in the morning, you don't know whether you're going to have a house tomorrow or be alive tomorrow. It's like all the little things that people find so important now are so immaterial and inconsequential compared to living in a war zone. So I think that brings it to the forefront. I think I couldn't imagine. I think these people, you know, it's always the poor and it's always the women and children that suffer in war, basically, more than soldiers.
Yeah.
You know.
Let's not just keep it to how important what we're doing is, so that
sure. This is what I'm going to say.
We're going to get into trouble, really.
No, I'm just going to drop. If you just give me another 4 or 5 seconds, and this is good news to hear that they will receive, shall we say, aid, a substantial amount of aid that could improve their life and conditions. That's all I wanted to say. This will help. This is good to see, and I just hope the EU and the British government, or whomever the powers may be, expedite this process.
Yeah, and let's pay attention. This is coming from a Russian who sold the club and said give the proceeds to Ukrainians specifically. So let's move on from that. The day we talked about him no longer being the owner of the club. Again, shamefully, again, I didn't know. Again, I couldn't hold myself. I cried. But that's, by the way, let me start you with this one. What was that again? Something that I saw here I wanted us to talk about. Do I have it open? Let me find it first. Again, that's not saying what IBC talked about isn't important. Like I said, I've seen some clips, but we avoid politics as much as we can here. It can lead into, again, videos being demonetized. And again, sometimes, I don't want to get into that because I don't want it to seem like you're siding anybody over the other. I get it. It's everywhere. I saw something I want us to talk about. Let me see. Yeah, sorry. This one here. Again, I want you to talk about this one, AD. Here's it here. Let me open it for you in a bit. There you go, Eddie. This one, angered by Chelsea's disrespectful approach to signing Enzo, Benfica say they will not accept installments. So whatever happens, we'd have to pay the whole thing at the same time for the deal to be done. We're getting the feedback from your end, Eddie.
There's feedback somewhere.
So let me, mute. Once I'm done asking the question, you can unmute. The question I want to ask you: do you think we'll still be able to do it if they're not accepting installments?
I mean, we should be used to the transfer saga of this nature. When things like this are coming out, we should remember that Benfica as well might be looking for a replacement. And they cannot come out to give every indication that they're accepting this bid. So if they want to go for a replacement, they will come out and tell you, oh, it's not to replace Enzo. It's just to play alongside Enzo. so that the selling club will not inflate the price. These are all transfer tricks.
Yeah.
Like, we know all this. So I don't believe all these statements coming out. There's no way they expect any football club to pay the fee in one go. It's not possible. It has to be structured. So I don't believe all these stories coming out. It's just a way of just diverting attention and then maybe trying to get the fund, and then they look for a replacement, get him on a cheap rather than being inflated for them and every other. I mean, this guy will have a sell-on clause and everything. They all have to be taken care of as well. So all these things, I mean,
yeah, I think he's having a connection issue. You may well, Eddie, you may well need to change your device or go out and come back in.
All right then. Okay.
Okay, bro. Roger, coming to you before I go to IBC. Your thoughts again? Do you think we can still get it done, since they are not willing to take again? Instead, they want it paid and again in lump sum. They don't want us to pay in installments.
I believe worst case scenario that if Benfica does indeed dig their heels in and say, no, we want a lump sum, you're going to have to, initiate the buyback or clause, this sales clause, then I think Chelsea are prepared to do that. From reports that I've heard, and they're from reasonably credible sources, aren't they? So if that is indeed the case, and it seems to be, because they have flown out there, two of them, and it sounds like they mean business based on previous acquisitions we've done this winter.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe that, yes, of course, it's not the most suitable scenario for Chelsea, but they're willing to pull the trigger on it. I truly believe that. I'll be shocked, as I said, if Chelsea come away from this and he's not on the plane.
Yep. This is the Bluetooth game saying 2.3 billion pounds, and where is the rest of it? I don't know. But I think maybe tax, because the government taxes everything. I'd be surprised if they say this one is tax exempt. I'm not sure. I don't know the UK rules. Don't get me started. Sorry. IBC, preach, bro. Yeah, IBC said the truth. Like I said, with again, this is not the platform for it, but every now and then, it's in the report. It's good he mentioned it, and like I said, I've seen some clips myself. Some of which the guys in question are Nigerians actually, because they go to school there. A lot of Nigerians are at school there. So, and we'll move on from that. Again, what the government did isn't right. Again, and you shouldn't support that. You took someone's property by force. Again, what does that say about you? Again, I'm not going to get into that. And there's something that you have here. Yeah, exactly. I knew there's something I wanted Eddie to address. Eddie, this brother, Antonio Conco here. Or let me start with IBC, since IBC was going to speak next. But Eddie, let me complete the other topic. Then IBC can start with this one. This the structured payment issue with Benfica.
Hello?
Yeah, Eddie, you sound better. Yeah, let's get Eddie. IBC,
Eddie? Yeah, okay, no problem.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll help you. I'll have you talk about the Osimhen again, the fight I'm having with that brother there. But you were saying something regarding this one in particular. Eddie, you go ahead. I'll let you round off.
Yeah. Can you hear me now? Yeah. Better.
Yeah, crystal clear, and it sounds better.
All right, that's fine. Yeah. I was saying that all these stories coming out from, we should understand what the transfer window operates. Yeah. I was saying, I don't know if you got it the other time, saying they might be looking for a replacement, and they will not give any form of indication to the selling club if they want a replacement for him, that they have this money already accepted. So they will be doing their own work to get the replacement done. Why they're coming out with these reports like this saying, oh no, we are not ready to accept it, we're not going to do this until then you now see, oh yes, we've now accepted, and at that point they must have had a replacement, gotten a replacement for him. So it's just all, I don't believe in all these talks. There's no football club that will cough out in one go, especially not even Chelsea Football Club, because the amount of money we've spent so far to come and say they want the payment in one go. It's not going to happen. And I think there is nobody in for Enzo this month. So definitely we're there, we're in the driving seat. So I'll be so surprised, honestly. I'll be so surprised if this doesn't go over the line. I'll be so surprised.
I agree.
I will be indeed, and here's why I wanted you to talk about this one. I know you're into us getting a striker. We have Dr. Fofana. We have Aubameyang. As bad as we think he's been, I think we have players that are capable of creating good chances for him. And once the services start coming, at least he'll put away a few. The problem has always been he's no longer that guy that runs that much on the pitch. So if the services don't come, he'll be practically useless on the pitch. But you're all for us getting a striker. Do you think Osimhen is the man? And I've explained to this brother that's not me being biased. Graham Potter doesn't differ that much in terms of Thomas Tuchel, how he likes his attacks to operate. He prefers a more fluid approach. Osimhen is more in the mode of Didier Drogba, but has the potential to do even better than Didier Drogba. If Mourinho was our coach, I would say bring him in. But with Graham Potter, from what I know from him, what I think he's trying to do, I don't think Osimhen is the man. I don't want him to come and suffer. I said that on that Thomas Tuchel, and I'm still saying that now. I love him. As a born Nigerian, I love him. He's a good player, and he's probably going to end up being one of the best strikers that Nigeria has ever produced. But it would take a lot because Rashidi Yekini, where he kept it, it's hard to reach. But that's, by the way, IBC, your thoughts on this coming from this brother here. He says, Coach, I'm not happy. You keep saying Osimhen doesn't fit. We are in the EPL, not La Liga. Buying all the fancy players without, again, a bruiser, a centre forward will fail. Man City can play multiple ways now. We need that. But again, I get your point in terms of Man City. Look how many goals Haaland have scored. Look how the team overall have struggled. But you go ahead, IBC. Over to you.
Yeah, man. You need a striker, innit? There's no. You were saying this before. Oh, Thomas Tuchel did. I'm like, how do we know? What inkling do we know that if Lukaku scored 50 goals for us last season before he went on loan, what are we gonna say that Lukaku is not Thomas Tuchel's type sign? Listen, we need a striker. Every manager needs a striker. I don't care the style of play doesn't suit strike. You need a striker. You need that third on your pitch, that position. You need that on your pitch. You don't need a hybrid. You don't need the only reason why we're saying this is because over the years, they probably haven't had the striker available at their disposal or been able to get them. That's why we're like, oh yeah, does he really need a striker? We've not seen him. But I guarantee you, if Thomas Tuchel had the keys to the war chest to get any striker he wants, trust me, it will be a traditional number blood clot 9. It won't be no hybrid guy. It won't be no guy that can play on the wing and play. It will be a number blood clot 9. And if it was the same for Potter, it will be the same as well. He went to get Danny Welbeck off the cuffs of dust to bring him in. Yeah, he's not the ideal striker you'll want, but it's Danny Welbeck. He's an up front guy. You know, Graham Potter needs a striker, and I'm not going to be in the narrative. And I don't care if it's a hybrid or he can play in goal on the weekend, but playing up front on the Champions League night. I don't care. We need a striker. There's no, what's the word? There's no umming and ahhing about it, coach. Goal scorer, striker, number 9, someone that's up top. That's it. How he does it, if the striker comes back and defends the ball, or if he comes and holds up the ball, or if he just hugs the last man and runs, I don't give a dash. We just need a striker, a complete striker that can finish the dinner that's given to him. I don't want a guy that's gonna build the attack, because I leave that to the attackers to do. I leave that to the team that behind them to do. And that's what I feel the squad is doing, building that team that's going to be able to feed a striker. So at the end of the day, I would like to put the cherry on top of the cake, and that cherry will be a striker. And that is it. No one can convince me you can't convince me otherwise. If you want to convince me you try convincing me otherwise until where we are now. No, you can't convince me. Yes.
May I say, I see your point of view, and to an extent, I agree with you. But also, when we had, let's say, I'm going to use Drogba's era. We also had Terry. We also had Ivanovic. These chaps and Cole. These defensive line players, they would, contribute from free kicks or corners, set pieces. Well, you're not seeing that from the last year and a half or 2 years from our back. So this is why we need to score goals. To me, I don't care if the goalkeeper gets 30 goals this year. You know, obviously I'm being facetious, but we're not scoring. You need to score from every level of the pitch, whether it's the back line, the midfield, and the forwards. And we're not doing that invariably. This back line needs to contribute also.
No, I heard that, but I'm not calling on my back line to contribute to the goals. I know John Terry got goals. I'm not. That's not their job, is it? Well, I hear you, but I'm not. You know, the reliance on the goals will come from all parts of the pitch, regardless, because you're gonna get set pieces. I mean, bloody Koulibaly banged a banger against Tottenham. Again on his debut, are we expecting him to score? Are we also based off that? Are we expecting him to score 50?
Could have had two. He could have had two on the day, actually.
Yeah. Exactly, but with that same logic, are we expecting him to score 15 goals at the end of the season? No, I'm expecting number 9 to be doing that.
Sorry, I'll let you drop.
No, go on. No,
you're right. But I mean, that was a worldie. That's probably the goal of the season so far. But
you know
honestly,
what I mean?
Yeah, it was gorgeous. But we should have like
it was
2 or
delicious.
3. Yeah, but of course, c'est bon. But it should. We should have players contributing 2 or 3 goals from. Do you understand? That would help us.
And we've had that with Thiago Silva popping up. We've had that with Jorginho scoring the penalties. We've got that with Reece James getting into it. But
Reece James has been injured. The back line. Listen, I love Silva. He's our player of the year so far, and he should have won it last year. But he scored. How many goals has he scored this year? He gets his head on the ball in a corner, but it's invariably. He's just not clinical, and I love him. Don't get me wrong. This is not a slight on him. I mean, he's our best player by far. No. I'm not disputing that, but in addition, maybe I'm conflating the two issues here.
What needs to happen is, obviously, the argument is that the striker, we don't just get a striker because we won't have chances for the striker to feed off. So fine, I understand. So you build that. So you build players that are going to be able to create chance. But once that is done, who they're creating chances for? Themselves? No. They're creating it for someone to finish it.
Yeah, I mean, you've got a valid point, because under Tuchel, that statistic that came out blew my mind away. We created the most amount of chances in the Premier League under Tuchel in his tenure. No other club created that many chances, goal-scoring opportunities, and yet we just weren't clinical. So yeah, we needed a number 9.
You'd be surprised. All I'm saying, you just get
IBC. You know what? IBC.
I'm agreeing.
You and I need to do a video. 1-on-1, and again, you argue we need a number 9, a traditional number 9. If you say that, if that's what you're saying, then I argue we don't need a traditional number 9. We'll make a good argument, and then a good video people will enjoy.
I can't wait to see the striker come in.
But IBC,
like, look at our striker.
But IBC, conversely, can I just say, listen, now we've got Modric, Felix, then Nkunku, and then with Kai, and I like Kai, so I'm sorry if you don't. I'm not sure where you stand on Kai.
I like Kai.
Do I. If you have,
there's no player at Chelsea IBC doesn't like.
All right,
IBC Chelsea through and through. He just supports every player that plays for Chelsea. But he would tell you, like, this one doesn't work for Chelsea. He should go somewhere else. He will never come out and say, "I hate this player. I don't want him at Chelsea." No, that's not IBC. So go ahead, Roger.
I think with that front four, if we play, for instance, a 4-1-4-1 hypothetically, I think we're and coach is right. If we can be fluid and interchangeable with Modric, with his speed, with Felix, those aforementioned 4 players, I think we can score a tremendous amount of goals without the traditional number 9, given time to gel. That is.
I heard that, but that will take impeccable coaching.
Impeccable
coaching for you to have a rhythm where you won't really need a striker, but use a false 9. That will take impeccable coaching. That needs to be derived from somewhere. So I believe Pep can only do that.
Yeah, I agree.
Because he comes from a tiki-taka style where tiki-taka you don't really necessarily need.
But number 9s don't grow on trees. They're not a dime a dozen.
Yeah, so his number 9s were David Villa. his number 9s were Zlatan
Yeah.
Ibrahimovic.
Sure.
Zlatan Ibrahimovic didn't even work out for him. You get what I'm trying to say to you? It was probably that season where he lost to Inter Milan that he realized that, yo, I can't do with a number 9 like Zlatan. So his style of play will probably be, you know what? I'm going to keep it like hybrid David Villa type beat. Like I'll have Messi up front with Pedro and, you know, and the width just Alexis Sanchez just bombing down the wing. So it will work for him. But you cannot convince me it can suffice in the Premier League.
Do you know,
IBZ?
do you know who would fit our team to a T?
It
would be Spurs number 9, but he's never coming here. Never.
Harry Kane.
Yeah. I think he would. I think he would be a great addition to us because he's technical, he's clinical.
Let's just forget about that. I think he's going Newcastle.
Yeah, I don't see him ever coming to a London club. I don't think he would do that. I think if anything, he'll go up north or go abroad.
Yeah, again, if Potter does get it done without a striker, boy, I'm still supporting the brother. Like, big yourself up.
Course,
I just believe, that, you know, to make that, we haven't had a proper striker for a minute. We've had
why?
We've had Werner. We've had I will say form or, you know, just not being
because they're so rare. IBZ.
Yeah.
They don't grow on trees.
I guess so. For every Drogba, you're going to wait up 10 years. For every Diego Costa, you're going to wait up 10 years. But we're in the game of football business. Everyone's a striker these days. I'm sure with right data, with right scouting, get the right striker in.
IBC,
I'm not saying Fofana's not going to be. I'm saying Fofana. What I believe, I think Fofana will be the next Drogba.
Or Broja. Yeah.
Or
Broja,
you know.
All right.
now,
again,
hold on one second.
We're ready.
Just one second.
Go ahead.
If I give you £150 million right now to go get any striker, who would you go for?
I wouldn't know. Probably Mbappe.
He's not a true number 9, though.
Hybrid. He's hybrid. IBC knows what he's doing. We've argued this at length, and we came to an agreement. We're saying the same thing. We agree on the same. He said, IBC would say, just get me a striker. A hybrid, yes, fine. He understands it has to be a hybrid striker for it to work on the ground, Potter, really.
I guess nowadays, these days, no one's a out-and-out striker, and everyone likes to play off the wide as well. So I guess it's maybe that's what it is.
And again, Karim
Benzema
is hybrid too. Please, again, I think I have just about 6 minutes before to go to help my son prepare for school. And no worries, I understand. Here's the thing. Some updates we'll have to take care of. And my brother that asked a question in the chat, unfortunately, I thought IBZ was going to support me. It turns out it was a big mistake. But here's the thing.
I support you, coach. But you know me now. I've been screaming for this since September, since July.
No. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Yeah.
But yeah, I know you, brother. I know.
So we need again a striker, but not again Osimhen. I don't think he's the man. He's a fine player. Again, as if I knew, I think I sent myself something I'm going to share in a bit. What Mourinho said about him. I know Mourinho would love him, especially after that goal he scored against them. Was that yesterday or what day exactly? Osimhen is an excellent striker. Let me get some few stuff in the chat. We'll look at the last update we'll have and we'll call it a day. Again, I think it's been an excellent stream, delicious if you want. Again, all good. Thank you, Liam. Again, Kuchila, you heard the letters on Felix. Apparently, Barcelona are trying to structure the deal with Madrid to get him in the summer. I don't think that happens. I think we have an opportunity. And again, the player comes into play as what he wants. What he wants to do. Again, it's up to him. I think he would want to stay at Chelsea, given all the players we're signing. My brain is all in for Enzo. Here we go. Full agreement to reach. Come on, Chelsea. We can do this. I think it's going to happen. Ahmed, thank you so much. And Ahmed, I haven't said hello to you. I hope you're well, brother. Thank you for finding the time to join the show. Anthony, the Chelsea board will decide what striker suits the way we're going to play. Thank you. That makes sense. Again, CBS journalist Ben Jacobs has shared why people close to Moises Caicedo to Arsenal deal are frustrated with Brighton's stance. If anything, like I said before, they just compounded the whole thing for us. We'll end up not being able to get them, again, how much we're willing to pay. I sent myself something and I can't find it. Something, again, Mourinho with Osimhen. And his comment also, I think we need to look at it. Just give me 1 second here. We have about 6 minutes to a round off here. Again, I was going to bring Bobby and allow him to have the final say, and then we'll call it a day. let me see this one again. I want this one open so that we round off after looking at those things. And this one again, my brother again at the beautiful game says again, he's loving, says he's loving the new graphics coach, and you've gotten them queued up perfectly. Thank you so much. I love that. Yeah. Sometimes again, I change it if we have just 4 people, it won't show very well. But thank you. I appreciate that, brother. Much love to you. Allegedly, allegedly, a number of players at Manchester City are tired of Pep. Caicedo is not the first to fall out with him. Who else did? I know you're going to name the German international. What's his name again?
Gundogan?
No, not Gundogan, really. He's left already. He plays for Bayern now. A fine player. I actually wanted him at Chelsea.
Oh, yeah, Sane.
Sane, yeah. I think they fell out too.
Yes, I wanted him too.
Yeah. Chelsea have again tabled an official bid for Enzo Fernandez, and it's official in the media, so the world will see how Benfica does. Let me see. Why should Benfica sell him? They don't have to. Yeah, they don't have to. That's a good one there. Chelsea's bid means the figure in Fernandez buyout clause again, but the club have so far offered to stagger it across one large payment and 5 letter payments. Yeah, I think you're very correct in that. No way they will accept 5 installments. I think right now they're not talking about 5 installments. They're talking about 3 installments or so. If we wait until the summer to sign Enzo, Barcelona will activate another lever and offer him an 11-year contract, including food stamps, free Amazon Prime membership, and Domino's delivery. But here's the thing I want to say quickly. Enzo doesn't look like the type of guy that you can trick into doing that with all those incentives, if that makes any sort of sense. But I know you know exactly what you're doing. Todd Boehly will sign Enzo, whatever said and done. If he does not, his ego will be bruised. I saw that before. Eddie Love for Blue against Sergio Aguero has predicted his fellow Argentine Enzo Fernandez to complete a move to the Premier League amid strong links, which means he knows he's coming, because Enzo he speaks with him and probably told him he'd go come to the Premier League. Please, again, Eddie, hope, just pay attention. We're talking about that. Antonio Conco simply has told friends that he loves Chelsea. Yeah, that's a different thing altogether. It's not a secret. Again, he supported us as a youth. Good. Yeah, I believe that, and I've seen that myself. Again, good days. Again, if the midfield and our attack is strong, it will give. It will definitely. Again, I'm gonna skip a few stuff here. Please, again, if I keep reading all of them, that's all I do for the day. Daniel Owuna says again, I wish Chelsea well in the pursuit of Enzo. Thank you so much. Adelia Emmanuel, Chelsea don't need a Simham. With these current Chelsea signings, Tuchel can win the Champions League. Okay, Tuchel is tactically good, but he doesn't know how to sign good players. Chelsea need a good coach. You haven't really left the past.
No.
You're a time traveler, seriously. And I don't mean to laugh. Ahmed, Chelsea have a striker. Again, have we given Dacho Fofana a chance? Yeah, I think he's not very correct. He's not the talent you send out on loan. I think we should give him a chance. Dare I say that Haaland fits our system better than City's system? There's no time to fight over that. And then I'm going to scroll to the very bottom, say hello to some OGs here. Yeah, keep liking. We're 357. Let's get it to at least 360. Meetings ongoing between Chelsea and Benfica for Enzo Fernandez. Talks are taking place right now. Yep, again, we'll come back again very soon, but I have to go help my son prepare and take him to school. One of the panelists again made a wonderful point. Under Tuchel, we had all these chances created, but could not convert them. We definitely need a number 9. Here's the thing. When you bring in a number 9, if you think, which means all those chances that different individuals miss, you have to channel them through a single individual. Does that work for you? That's what I want you to think about, if that makes sense.
There we go.
Everton has submitted a bid for Conor Gallagher from Chelsea. Wow. Okay, let's see how that goes. I think we need a win again. It's kind of big up to you, brother. I hope you're doing well. We need to say a big thank you to Newcastle for signing Anthony. Anthony Gordon. I did not want him at Chelsea. I didn't want him either. Again, unfortunately, people, I'm going to go to the very bottom. Check DMs, coach. Yeah, I've checked them. Let me see if you have one more. I'll get all of them, then we'll call it a day, really. Again, I have to go help my son prepare. Like, I don't know, I've said this before. If I don't wake up to say, hey, get up, you got to go to school, he will lie down like he doesn't know he has to go to school today. I have news for I have news for you guys. Go ahead, shoot it. I'd like to see the news, really. Let me see. Again, I have to open this before I address it and run. We're waiting for the news. Again, Chelsea should buy Enzo, but we also should buy Declan Rice. Okay, let's see what happens. What do we have here? Again, imagine Chelsea going for PSG DM. I don't know him that much. I'd have to look at him. Who? Vitinha. I don't know who that is. No transfer interest for Chalobah. China, maybe he's not going anywhere. He stays. I know you don't like him, Brisket, but more importantly, I hope you're doing well. So now, please, again, I'm going to get the updates we have, and then we'll call it a day. I'm already late. So let's start from this one here. This one again, Enzo is on a first plane to London. The way this starts, if club, if you don't pay attention, if you're one of those people that are again lazy readers like me, the first here, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 words, just stop there and say, oh, he's on the plane. But he says if clubs reach an agreement, he will again be super happy. This is just very creative way by Pies there. But yeah, let's see what else we have here. Again, Graham Potter has backed the Chelsea's move for Enzo Fernandez, who wants to move, a move. So agreeing personal terms late, again in the window wouldn't be a problem. There's no guarantee. Again, let's see what else we have here. Again, Mourinho on Osimhen. He's at the same level as Drogba, but Didier didn't dive. If Victor changes, Mourinho will always be Mourinho. If Victor changes, okay, again, I'd buy him if I was at a club with a lot of money. What did I say? I didn't even see this before that. And every time we talked about him, I say he'd make a perfect striker for Mourinho. However, if he does go to England one day, he needs to change because in Italy, again, they put up with these sort of behavior. So he's saying he dived. But that's, by the way, this one here from Liam Lane. Let's read this and we'll call it a day, really. Please, again, I have to go help my son prepare for school, if you don't mind. Let's see what else we have. Again, Abdul, we should get Rice. Again, he's a very good defensive player. He is. But is he what the manager wants? Please, is Enzo really that player? You've asked that before. I said he's good. Go look at his statistics. I think we'll do that again. If there's a club that pays it, it's a lot of money. We cannot stop it. If that happens, we will have to, again, be prepared and find solutions. Roger Smith, Benfica. Thank you so much, brother. And be sure to check out our other channel, our sister channel called Soccer Perspective. There, we cover every club. So if you want to become a panelist there, just let me know. He said that in the press conference. Thank you so much for that information. This one here again, ladies and gentlemen, Everton want to buy Gallagher for 40 million. I think we can sell him. He will help us buy Enzo, but do I really want deep down want us to sell him? I'd say no. Maybe given the situation, the club may well sell him. Osimhen coming to United, he may well go to United, Man United. So here's the Gallagher updates. The Gallagher update is exclusive. Everton has submitted a bid to sign Gallagher from Chelsea. It's 40 million proposal plus 5 million, 45 in total. Chelsea will make a decision soon, as there are also other clubs interested in Gallagher, and players the player has to decide. I don't think he'd go to Everton because he knows where they are at the table. I don't think so. But I wouldn't really want us to sell this player. I'd like us to give him time. But that's, by the way, let's your thoughts, Roger. Just again, I have about just 4 minutes. Your thoughts on this one here? Would you like to see it happen? And then I'll get Edith's thoughts, and then we'll call it a day.
No, I wouldn't, especially at this time of the year. That will basically be a permanent loan in the Champions League. So they'll get relegated. So, and he's a Chelsea player through and through from the academy. So I think he wants to stay. I think he will like the project.
I think he sees it, and he's always said he's not going to. Again, we've always said that he's not going to push for a move. But I think we should keep him. I know he's underrated. People are quick to judge him, but go ahead.
He's too young to listen. He's so far away from his prime. So I think it behooves us to So let's see how he progresses in his career. Is he Chelsea level? Time will tell.
Yeah, it's too early to say he's not. Yeah. Eddie, how about you? What do you think? What do you think we should do? Let him go?
It's a kind of difficult one, to be honest. I don't know. We have to balance the books. We should remember that. So we have to balance the books. We have to get some of these kind of players to leave to balance the books and make the FFP okay for us. But it's not really shown the real talent we thought he was going to be since he's been playing. To be honest, I've not been too impressed with his performances since he came back. So if it's going to be a good move for him, it's up to him to decide. But at the same time, based on the midfield players we're signing, is he going to get enough game time? That's the big question.
Okay, your final thoughts on everything we talked about. Again, what do you want to say to the people? We'll be back in less than 4 hours to keep watch of the situation. Your final thoughts on the Enzo situation. What do you have to say?
Yeah, it's definitely. Let's keep an eye on it. It's going to happen, 100%. I believe that. I'll be shocked though, but it's going to happen.
Okay. How about you, Roger? Final thoughts.
It's good to be a Chelsea fan. Future, whether it be immediate, mid, or long term, is really exciting. There's feedback, but it's going to be. I can't wait for us to start playing. I really can't. I think we're going to look back on this in 5 years' time, 10 years' time, and look back on this window as a pivotal point in our history.
All right. Again, thank you so much. I cannot thank you enough. You, IBZ, Dills, Ty, everyone else that was on the panel. Thank you so much. God bless you. I appreciate all the support. And for those in the chat, I hope Gallagher stays and improves. Yeah, I hope so too. Tom and you again. Oko Chagozium Oscar. Oko sounds like an Nkano name from Enugu State. Let me know if that's where you're from. Major, KB Major. All of you, again, Landfield, Chelsea have made, again, a 105 offer for Benfica. Enzo Fernandez, again, after meeting over his potential transfer this morning. Okay, thank you for that update. And Liam Lane, thank you so much for all the updates. And AD, again, once again, I cannot thank you enough for all the updates. I appreciate it. I think we should cash in on Gallagher. Let's see what the club does. It's not up to us. So I want to say, again, immense thank you to all of you. Again, Oladipo. So again, I'm waiting to drive to the airport. Anyone got an idea of how long you want to go wait for him there? I don't know. Goddess Squads again, Red Devils and Citadel, all modded and crying. Keep the blue flag flying high. Thank you so much, my brother. Much love. Here's the thing, guys. Again, we'll come back again in a few hours. I don't think it'll be up to 5 hours actually, because we need to keep watch. Thank you, Liam Lane, for all the updates. Thank you to everyone who's in the chat. Unfortunately, again, I'm running late. I have to help my boy prepare for school and take him to school. Thank you. I appreciate all the love. God bless us all, and bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.